Whoo! Okay. So I got all red on my end here in StreamYard. And I need to turn this iPad off because it's making sounds and we can't have that. All right, that's off. And YouTube just sent out the notification that we are live. And I need to turn my iPad down because that's making noise. All these background factors that play a part when you're trying to do a real-time live stream. Kind of annoying, but I should be used to it by now. But hey, what can you do, man? What can you do? But nevertheless, we are live. This is Friday Night Vyp. This is the last Friday Night Vyp of 2019. Oh man. Somebody was telling me earlier today that your 2018 finale was quite the doozy and gonna be hard to live up to. And you're probably right, but I guess we gotta try, right? We gotta try and see what we can do. So we're here. So we already got 18 people in the stream, so y'all ain't wasted no time tonight. I appreciate you all 18 plus of you. And I think we should begin with the festivities. So, the 2019 finale of Friday Night Vyp. Next. Time to turn down the gain. All right, so the gain is down. So you know what that means. I turned the gain down. The current time is 6:31 p.m. Central Standard Time, which means you are in the right place. You are on the right YouTube channel, baby. Woo, yes. You know what it is. You know what night it is. You know where you need to be. And you got it locked in to the right YouTube channel. So, for all my Friday Night Vyp veterans, you know where I'm going next. And for those of y'all that are new here, listen very closely. This is the part of the live stream where you need to turn your volume down. Because if you don't turn your volume down, I cannot be held responsible for what your neighbor might think of you listening to some loud dude on YouTube, because that'll be your fault, not mine, yours, not mine. So, now that the disclaimer is out of the way, and 22 people are here in the chat ready to rock and roll, and they seem like they are ready, they're pumped, they're amped for the single most electrifying live stream introduction in YouTube today, I think we shall begin. Oh, yes. Woo, Birdman hands rubber together, baby. Let's go to work. For the last Friday night of 2019, let's go to work. What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, and we are live. Welcome to Friday Night Vyp, baby. Woo! Oh, yeah. It is that day again. We are back. We are live on YouTube. Now, let me turn the gain back up. All right, the gain has been turned back up. And before I get started with tonight's festivities, let me see who I got in the chat tonight for the last time in 2019 on Friday Night Vyp. We got Jason C up in the cut. What's up, Jason? How you doing? My dude, Lethal Emperor is out there. What's up, Lethal? How you doing? Oh, we got Mia Diva Rodriguez. Hey, Mia, how you doing? And of course, we got my enforcer, Genosis, is in the cut. What's up, Genosis? How you doing? We got Michael West out there. What's up, Michael? How you doing? And why they're not scrolling? Weird. Darren NY81. What's up, Darren? How you doing? Of course, we gotta have 504 in the cut. What's up, 504? What's up, bro? We got Ronaldo De Leon. What's up, Ronaldo? How you doing? And you can't have a Friday Night Vyp without my man Buzz 703. What's up, Buzz? How you doing? Oh, we got John Michelle. What's up, John? How you doing? How you doing? And we got Valiant Broussard. What's up, Valiant? How you doing, man? How you doing? We got Alex Jackson in the cut. What's up, Alex? How you doing? And F Nick. What's up, F Nick? How you doing? And we got the man behind the music in the cut, Randy Vasquez. What's up, Randy? How you doing, man? How you doing? Who else we got? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, we got a super chat from Alex Jackson. Thank you, sir, for the 99-cent super chat. Turning it up. I appreciate you, bro. We got my man from Norway, Evid. Hey, what's up, Evid? How you doing, man? How you doing? We got Simple Tech in the building. What's up, Simple Tech? How you doing? How you doing? We got another super chat from my man, Buzz703. What's up, Buzz? Thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you, bruh. Yes, The Mandalorian ended on such a wonderful note. I will have to get into that on another night, but tonight is not that night. But yes, The Mandalorian was lit. We got my man, Greg Gadget. What's up, Greg? How you doing, man? How you doing? How you doing? And of course, my head of security is in the cut. El Jefe Review. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, bro? How you doing? And we got Gwendolyn G. What's up, Gwendolyn? How you doing? Welcome back to the stream festivities. And we got Theodore. What's up, Theodore? How you doing, man? How you doing? And yes, El Jefe, there will be no Mandalorian spoiler tonight. That will probably come, I'm guessing, on Sunday or Monday. I don't know. Probably Sunday night. But yeah, we will have a Mandalorian Chapter 8 live stream this weekend. So that is pretty much it for now. 29 people in the chat. Good evening and welcome back to Friday Night Vyp, the last Friday Night Vyp of 2019. Now, I don't really have anything special planned for tonight. But my good friend John Prosser told me that he might drop by, so John Prosser might show up. And if any of my other creative friends are available to hop in and chat with me, that is always a possibility. But I guess I can begin this live stream addressing the Waveform podcast and Marquez Brownlee and Andrew Magnelli. I was listening to the Waveform podcast today. And they were going over how Marquez came up with his choices for his smartphone of the year, or the smartphone awards, or whatever the case may be. I don't know how many of you all watched my live reaction video. I had a couple of qualms with his choices, but none bigger than his phone of the year, the OnePlus 7 Pro. So they on the podcast, they played my clip that I sent to them on Twitter. They played it on the podcast, and then Marquez went over the thoughts that I gave to him and things like that. And basically, I don't know how much more I have to say about it. The main gist is that we just have a difference of opinion when it comes to things that we value on smartphones. His main thing, with one of the main reasons why he chose the OnePlus 7 Pro as his smartphone of the year, is because of the 90 hertz refresh rate. That was one of his main factors. That's a big thing with Marquez. And that's okay. That's cool. I mean, he values that highly. I don't really value a 90 hertz refresh rate because it doesn't really change how I use the phone per se. Yes, it makes the phone feel a little faster, feel a little smoother, but number one, a 90 hertz refresh rate can be a little bit of a drain on the battery. And number two, and more importantly, it doesn't change how I use the phone. So I don't really care about that too much. Like going back and forth between my OnePlus 7 Pro and my Pixel 4 and then using an iPhone, I don't notice the difference that much. I barely notice going from 90 to 60. I mean, if you have them side by side, then yes, you can notice that difference. But if you're just using one phone over the other, then, I mean, it's not much of a difference. It's not really something that I notice. Now, obviously, Marquez using a lot more phones than me, and he using phones with 90 hertz. He using the Asus ROG phone too with 120 hertz refresh rate. I don't use all the phones that he does, so I don't have access to the different phones that he do. But I do own a OnePlus 7 Pro. I do own a Pixel 4. I own the iPhone. I own the Note 10. So I've used the different refresh rates between phones, and I just don't feel like it was that much of a deal. It's not that big of a deal to me, but it is a big deal to him. So if that's something that he factors in, then more power to him. I think the main takeaway is that they are his smartphone awards. They are basically his opinion. And the interesting thing and the cool thing that he noted in his podcast, him and Andrew, was that when he chooses a smartphone of the year, Marquez himself doesn't really choose that as the best overall smartphone of the year. What he basically calls it, he calls it his MVP, the phone that he thinks is like the best. Like, actually, no, let me take that back. His smartphone of the year, which basically for him, he considers like the MVP of smartphones, is the phone that embodies all of the traits that he looks for in a smartphone. It might not be the best in any particular category, but if it has enough of a combination of the traits that he values, then that is the phone that he picked for his smartphone of the year. And for 2 years in a row, the OnePlus phones have had, or they have combined enough of the principles that he values most in the smartphone to win his smartphone MVP. The good thing that I appreciated him highlighting was that just because he named a smartphone of the year or his MVP, he said up front that he does not consider that the best overall smartphone. And I think that's where my main disagreement comes, because when I think about smartphone of the year, I think about best overall smartphone. I don't really think about an MVP type per se. I think about what's the best overall smartphone of any particular year when you say smartphone of the year. So I think me and Marquez have a slightly different variation on what we think about when we say smartphone of the year. I'm thinking about best overall phone that I've used. He's thinking about the phone that combines most of the traits that he values, and that's cool. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. Randy is asking what's my smartphone of the year. I've told you guys over and over again, and it hasn't changed. My smartphone of the year is the best overall smartphone that I have used this year because that's what I, again, consider smartphone of the year. The best phone that I have used this year is the iPhone 11 Pro Max. It has the best camera, the best battery. It has iOS. I mean, the thing it does it all. It has the iOS. It has the Apple ecosystem. It's that phone. But I know that is just my opinion, and people might not think that is the best overall phone. A lot of people do. A lot of people don't, and that's okay. Like I said before, I don't have no ill will towards Marquez. I don't have no hate on him as a person. He's one of, if not the best tech reviewers on the platform. But again, we just have a difference of opinion, and we have a different way of looking at smartphone of the year, and I respect that, and I respect his explanation that he gave on the podcast. Now, interestingly enough, I had another conversation with Andrew Magnelli, who was on Marquez's production team. And we were having a conversation about Marquez's choice for smartphone design of the year. Now, this one is I think this is another one of those things where we look at this a little bit differently. At least me and Andrew do. Marquez obviously chose the Galaxy Fold for his smartphone design of the year. And again, I vehemently disagree. The reason why I disagree is that the thing had to be released twice. So in my estimation, when you have a smartphone design that is so flawed that it had to be scrapped and taken back into the lab and re-released, how can you call that design of the year when the original design did not hold up? Now, I think Andrew's point was that the phone originally never made it to customers, right? He told me since the phone never made it to customers that I can't factor that in because I'm not judging the final design. I'm judging the pre-design. But here's the thing. From Galaxy Fold version 1 to Galaxy Fold version 2, the design didn't change. The only thing that changed was the refinement that Samsung had to make so that the damn thing didn't break in 24 hours. But even when the new version 2 released, Samsung had to slap so many warnings on that phone. The phone, when you unbox the Galaxy Fold, it comes with all these warnings on it. They let you know how to use it, how not to use it, this, that, and the other. And to me, even with the refinements of that second version, you still can't call that design of the year because, number one, Samsung knows it's already bad because they're giving you X amount of warnings. And even in regular consumers' hands, even that version 2 was breaking. My man TK from Total Tech went through 5 Galaxy phones. He brought 5 of them because he had issues with the retail version. Now, I know that everybody didn't have the same experience. Some people have had no issue with the Fold. But again, how can a phone be design of the year when you can't even use it in a normal fashion without like a chance of it breaking on you? Like, I'm sorry, but design is just more than design. The design has to hold up over normal use for me to consider it design of the year. And that's my issue with the Fold. I don't have a problem with the fact that you think the concept is legit. I think the concept is legit. You got a 6 point, what is it? 6 point, no, you got a 4.7 inch or 4.6 inch display on the outside. It folds out to a 7.3 inch tablet. So the concept is cool in theory, but the execution of the concept, which is also a part of the design in my world, the execution of the concept was very flawed, obviously. So because the execution of the concept, which in my mind entails the overall design of the Fold, was that flawed, I just feel like you can't really consider that phone best design phone when it breaks. It's easily breakable. Like that That is part of the design. The way you engineer it, the way you design the phone, or the way you engineer it to have it hold up over normal use, disqualifies that phone from being best designed when it can't hold up over normal use. I'm sorry. I mean, I appreciate the concept. I appreciate the ingenuity that went into coming up with version 1. And I'm really looking forward to what they do with the second fold, the Galaxy Fold 2. I think that'll be a lot better. But version 1 that went out into the retail, you cannot consider that best designed smartphone when it snaps crackles and pops like a cookie. I'm sorry, you can't do that. But again, it's a difference of opinion. So it is what it is. All right, Jonathan said, Vyp, I think people would argue design versus manufacturer defect. I will leave myself with your opinion. If the overall build is breaking, the design and fall, and that's my point. If the overall design is that fragile where you have to slap on a whole warning page on the phone, then obviously that design is flawed and it needs to be reconsidered. Like, if you can't use the phone under normal context, how is that the best overall design when it doesn't hold up under normal use? I just have a hard time wrapping my head around that. Like, I appreciate I appreciate the concept. I appreciate the technology that went into the Galaxy Fold. But when it doesn't hold up on the normal use, I have an issue with it being design of the year. But again, this is all a matter of opinion, and we just have a difference of opinion. See what we got. Oh, we got Simply Pop. We got a Simply Pop sighting. What's up, bro? How you doing? 504 says Galaxy Fold wins Nice and Try the Year award. Yeah, like I said, like I told Andrew on Twitter, the original Galaxy Fold, as it's currently constructed, was a very nice first attempt. I mean, that gave us the possibility of what it could be in the future. But the first attempt is too flawed, in my opinion, for it to be considered smartphone design of the year. But it is a very good first attempt, no doubt about it. I don't have any issue with the attempt. It's just the execution was kind of, I don't know. And Marquez said it was designed of the year since all the other phones were boring. And you might have a point. But again, if the phone breaks in 48 hours, Marquez himself broke his review unit in 2 days, which really perplexed me how he can even consider that design of the year when his own review unit broke. I don't know. But again, it's just a difference of opinion, man. Marvin Wallace, what's going on, man? How you doing, Marvin? How you doing? Let's see. There we go. Yeah, you are asking my opinion about smartphone of the year. Yeah, I said the iPhone. Normally, under normal pretext, and what I normally do is, well, not what I normally do, but usually in my world, the best smartphone of the year usually goes to the Galaxy phone because the Galaxy phones are killing it every single year. But this year was not it for the Galaxy phones. I felt like the Galaxy phones took a step back this year. iPhone took a step forward, and that's why the iPhone was my phone of the year for this year. Marco, what's going on, Marco? How you doing? Ooh, Buck with a hard question. Viper, what is your number one headphone for 2019? Oh, man. I mean, if you ask me what's the best overall headphones right now, I'm still going to tell you the Sony WH-1000 XM3. If you're asking me what the best headphones this year released, if you're talking about overall, like if we're talking about wireless, and if you're talking about just headphones like I'm wearing now, probably maybe the Bose, because they really didn't have any competition. I mean, the Skull Candy Crusher ANC were nice, but I'm guessing the Bose felt better, and I'm guessing they had better noise cancellation than the Skull Candy. But the Sony WH-1000 XM3s, even in 2019, even a year later, are still the best overall headphones out there to me. Now, if you're talking about the best true wireless earbuds, that goes to the AirPods Pro. There's nothing out there better right now in true wireless earbud land than AirPods Pro. The AirPods Pro are they're ridiculous. Yo, Janosis, Janosis, you already know, man. You already know, Janosis. That's my labor of love right there. That took a whole entire month of blood, sweat, and tears, but we finally got that damn Batmobile built. And it's so sexy. Oh, it looks so good. I digress. So, yesterday was Travis MCP's birthday, and we were on a live stream. I was on there with Travis and El Jefe and John Prosser, and we were all talking about what we watching on TV and whatnot. And I started watching the Netflix show You last night. Now, I know the show is pretty popular, but I had not watched season 1 yet, and I know season 2 just got released yesterday. So I binge watched the entire season 1 late last night into early this morning. I think I started watching around like 8 or 9 o'clock, and I finished watching season 1 at 3 a.m. And you is good. So now I've already started watching season 2. I'm like halfway through season 2, and damn, that show is good, man. That show is good. So if you guys are looking for something to binge watch on Netflix, you is it. That show is good. Alan Osborne, what's going on, man? How you doing, Alan? How you doing, man? How you doing? Let's see. Yeah, 504. How did you not notice the Batmobile, man? It's just in back there, chilling, like right there. That's right there, right there. Kind of hard to miss the Batmobile, baby. Kind of hard. Michael Pepper Tech Talk just finished episode 2 of The Mandalorian. Yeah, man. Mandalorian was good. So I was listening to the Waveform podcast, and Marquez was saying that if like phones like the iPhone or the Galaxy had a 90 hertz refresh rate, that those might be a smartphone of the year or whatever. So I am very interested to see what happens next year, because it is rumored that at least the Pro model iPhone will get a 120 hertz refresh rate screen. So I'm curious if the iPhone do get that 120 hertz refresh rate on the Pro and Pro Max or whatever, will that sway Marquez into strongly considering iPhones as his smartphone of the year? I mean, since he's such a big proponent of refresh rate, I mean, they would have to be put into consideration. Now, they were also talking about, I also brought up in my Twitter response to Marquez, I also brought up about how he valued price and things like that. And he picked the OnePlus 7 Pro as his overall smartphone of the year. But I was like, bro, the iPhone 11 is $30 more and does a lot more than the OnePlus 7 Pro. Now, he brought up refresh rate and screen display. Obviously, the iPhone 11 only has 60 hertz. The OnePlus 7 Pro has a 90 hertz. And he brought up the display. Obviously, the iPhone doesn't even have a full HD display. The OnePlus has a quad HD display. So he brought up a refresh rate and display and things like that. And I'm like, bruh, the battery life on iPhone is better. The camera on iPhone is better. The overall experience on iPhone to me is better. So again, man, it's just personal preference and experience, bro. I mean, it is what it is, but it's kind of cool, man. Like going back and forth with Marquez about his smartphone picks and things like that. So hey, man, it's all fun. I mean, we all love tech, man. We all have a passion for tech, but that's the cool part, man. When you have the passion for something like me and him have, I mean, it's cool, like to like go back and forth about stuff like this. So I'm having fun with it, man. I don't mind it. This is good discussion, and I'm very interested to see how it goes next year. But shout out to Marquez and Andy for the mention on the Waveform podcast. I appreciate you guys, and yeah, thought I would just address it. But yeah, other than that, basically it's a difference of opinion, and pretty much that's about it. Ben the Tooth said that there was an ad for retro tech in the theater. Say, Marquez is everywhere, man. That dude is everywhere. Genosis and Viper, what is your experience with iOS 13.3? Way better experience than earlier builds. Honestly, Genosis is about the same, man. I don't think much has changed from .2 to .3. Honestly, man, it feels the same to me. I could be wrong, but probably not. Ethnic said, in defense of Marquez, he acknowledged that version 1 of the Fold had a serious design flaw, but involved version 2 where the flaw was remedied. Yeah. Like I said earlier. And when I was talking to Andrew about it on Twitter, who Andrew is his production guy, he was saying that I shouldn't judge the Fold off of version 1 because version 1 never made it to consumer. But my argument is that version 1 is you can't act like it doesn't exist. Version 1 exists. And version 2 is not much different from version 1. It's besides from the refinements that were made to improve the durability, which I mean, still it helped a little bit, but it's still flaky and I don't know what. It's still not that different as far as overall design, except for the caps on the hinge and the enclosures and things like that, and the screen that they finally tucked underneath so it couldn't be peeled off. And it's still fragile AF. Like I said, Samsung has a whole page of disclaimers about how to use and not use the Fold. And if I remember correctly, they had a requirement in retail stores that their salespeople had to tell you, they had to instruct you on how to take care of the Fold before they would release it to you. Now, you know you're designing piss poor when you are forcing salespeople to take their customers through a dissertation on how to properly use their phone. You know it's not right. Samsung knew it wasn't right. So, I mean, again, when you got to have a whole sales team force customers into a lecture on how to properly use the phone, how can we say that is design of the year? I mean, but again, whatever. I mean, again, difference of opinion. All right, what else is going on? I mean, I don't know about a great job or great press. Marquez practically asked for a video about people that had different opinions, and I just have to give one. I mean, I can't help that my video was viewed over 4,000 times on Twitter. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, what? I'm kind of loud. Hey, I'm a loud dude. It is what it is. So, hey. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's see. Blah, blah. All right. So, let's see. No. Oh, hell no. Not tonight, Pacian. Not tonight. The first review was not meant for YouTubers. The first version was meant for the consumer. It just so happened that the damn thing broke so fast that Samsung could not sell that version to a consumer because it was too flawed and they had no choice but to take it back. It was too much bad press about that version 1. Don't be telling me that they wasn't meant for you. It was meant for YouTubers and not consumers. The version 1 was meant to be sold to the mass public. It just so happened that the reviewer tore it up so fast they had to take it back to the lab. Don't bring that. Don't bring it here, son. Don't bring it here. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. Milo said, I think Marcus is still a little hurt. It took Apple a while to invite him to their big event. He did go in on his friends. He did go in on his friends at Google, though. Why would Marquez be mad that Apple didn't invite him to an event? Apple didn't invite any YouTubers to their events until 3 years ago. Like, that's not a Marquez thing. Apple did not invite YouTubers to their events until 3 years ago. I mean, that it is what it is. And I don't think Apple is mad at. I mean, I don't think Marquez is mad at Apple anymore. He got the Mac Pro 2 weeks in advance. He gets new Apple products before any other reviewers or even tech publications. So I don't think Marquez has beef with Apple. Not in that regard. Hell no. Apple is hooking him up with press unit or pre-release tech, man. And he is in a rare breed because not too many people got pre-release Mac Pros. I know 3 people that I know of that got pre-release Mac Pros. That was Justine, Jonathan Morrison, and Marquez. Those were the only 3 people that I know of that got a pre-release Mac Pro. So I don't think he's mad at Apple for that. Not for that reason. I think Marquez's relationship with Apple is A-okay. Let's see. What happened? What happened? Let me go back. Genosis. Oh my God, Genosis, you are so right. I can't wait for 2020 iPhones to have Qualcomm modems either, man. That's what's up. You know what? Let me, why am I messing around? I don't know what John Prosser's doing, but I want to get him before he gets all busy and forgets about me. So let me go bug John Prosser in the Twitter DMs. I know, John. It'd be nice to bounce my ideas off somebody. So let's see where you at. Where are you? Oh man, this is funny. Let's see. I love bugging John. It's great. John is cool people. I don't care what y'all think about John Prosser. That's my dude. So, all right, there we go. Let's see. C2 Betty, Mr. Catwoman, what's up, bro? Long time no see. Mr. Catwoman said, Viper, what are your thoughts on having an iPhone and Android phone on at all times? How does it affect your daily routine? So if I can be perfectly transparent with you all, which I usually am, again, like C2 said, I usually have an iPhone and an Android on me at all times. At the current time, I have an iPhone 11 Pro Max and a Google Pixel 4, usually on me at all times. Now, most of the time I'm using the iPhone, but number one, the Pixel 4 has a better LTE modem in it because it has a Qualcomm LTE modem, whereas the iPhone has a Intel LTE modem. So if I want faster internet, I'm using the Pixel. If I want better portrait mode pictures, I'm using the Pixel. For anything else, I'm using the iPhone. But if I want faster internet, or if I want a faster or a better picture, if I want a better portrait mode shot, I am using the Pixel. The images I posted on Twitter of my Batmobile were taken with the portrait mode on the Pixel 4. But other than that, everything else goes through the iPhone. So I like having 2 phones on me. I like having the best of both worlds. makes me feel like I'm not missing anything. So I'm down with it. I've been doing it for years now. So it's pretty much second nature to me to have more than one phone on my person. Oh, been to Tube and going to see Star Wars. Have fun, man. Decent movie. All right, Ebit said, do you really like the design of iPhones with the front? I can never use any phone with a notch as big as that. Size does matter. Oh my lord, here we go. When they first came out, no, I hated it. I ragged on the notch when it first came out, but it's been out for 3 years now. I mean, it's old news at this point. I mean, we know that iPhones are going to have a notch until they don't have a notch no more. So until we see iPhones that don't have a notch anymore, I mean, it's not a surprise when you get an iPhone that's released that has a notch. I mean, you know these iPhones are going to have notches. I mean, it is what it is. I'm done being mad about it. I mean, until Apple comes up with a new design that gets rid of the notch, this is what we're stuck with. So I don't know. I don't really have a problem with it. I don't really notice it too much. And again, if I do have a problem with it, I'll just switch over to a phone without a notch, like the Pixel, or the one thing that the OnePlus 7 Pro got right, it doesn't have a notch. So even though I don't really use that phone anymore, but yeah, there are phones that I have that don't have a notch. So it just depends on what I want to do at that particular time. All right, 504 says, dude, my current phone is a OnePlus 7T. My last two phones before were the OnePlus phone 3T and 5T, and I was puzzled by Marquette's choice for phone of the year. Now, you know that's saying something when a OnePlus owner is trying to figure out why Marquette picked that phone for phone of the year. But hey, so let me go take care of this a little bit. The OnePlus 7 Pro, even though I'm not a big fan of it, is not a bad device. It is a very good device. Like I said, it is the fastest version of Android that you will find on the market. So the OnePlus 7 Pro, between Oxygen OS and that display, it is a legit device. It doesn't suck. It's not a terrible device, although that camera is absolutely trash compared to its competition. Compared to the competition, that camera is garbage. I mean, OnePlus knew the camera was garbage because they sent out an update almost every week to fix it. But it's a good device. It's not trash, and it comes in at a good price point. But there are phones in that price point and beyond that price point that are better. Again, any Samsung device that I can name is better than the OnePlus 7 Pro to me. The S10e, the S10, the S10 Plus, the Note 10, the Participation Trophy Note 10, the Note 10 Plus. I mean, every Samsung phone, in my opinion, is better than the OnePlus 7 Pro. Obviously, the iPhones are better. I mean, it is what it is. But that doesn't mean the OnePlus 7 Pro is garbage. It's not garbage. It's just not up there with the rest of the top tier phones, in my opinion. All right, Jason said, Viper, did you see the 100K iPhone Marquette showed off from Russia? No, damn that. No, damn that, Jason. Damn that. I don't care about the 100K phone. What I care about is Marquette can speak Russian. Did you hear Marquette's Russian accent? I can't even do it right. But Marquette and his Russian accent threw me off guard. I'm like, yo, I'm here for this. We need more Marquette in Russian. I want that. I need that. Randy Vasquez wants to come talk to the man about tech. So Randy Vasquez, what you can do for me is check your Twitter DMs, and you will see that there is a link that has been presented to you, and you know what to do. All right, let's see. Let me keep going here. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. I mean, Milo said, "Are you totally immersed in the Apple ecosystem, or do you say you Google Calendar and Outlook?" Oh no. So I am totally immersed in the Apple ecosystem, but I use other non-Apple apps. So I'm not like, I guess you can't say I'm not deep in there. I mean, I use all the things like AirDrop and iCloud and things like that. But Gmail is my mail client of choice. I don't like the Apple Mail app. I think it's crap. So Gmail is my mail app of choice. I use the iOS calendar though. I think Gmail Gmail is the only non-Apple app that I use. Other than that, I think everything else I use is Apple. I use Apple Notes. I use Apple Reminders. I use Apple Calendar. So yeah, Gmail. But yeah, I'm with Gmail. I can't be using Apple Mail. Apple Mail, it makes me barf. No, thank you. Gmail is where it's at. Jadota said he thinks it's game over for every phone when iPhone gets that time of flight sensor. Ooh, that's what's up. So it is the last Friday Night Vyp of 2019. Super chats are open, so if you guys are willing to donate, like Alex and guy who else donated, Buzz earlier, feel free to super chat. It is not required, but it does greatly help me very, very much. So if you guys are willing to super chat, please do. Delaja says, wish they go for a floating notch. I just want to see a change on the front side. Eventually, they will get to that eventually. But I think it won't be in 2020. I think the iPhone design will finally change in 2021. I think 2020 we will get one more year of the notch. But Linda, how you doing? Yeah, well, if you mean by next year, 2020, I don't think that's going to be the year. Again, I think 2021 is when we'll see the end of the notch. But 2020, I think it's going to be one more year of the notch next year. I hope I'm wrong. That'd be nice, but I don't think I'm wrong about this. Snow Jonathan prefers the iPhone portrait mode. No, man. When it comes to portrait mode, in my opinion, Pixel is still the king of the portrait mode. Oh my lord, them portrait shots be so crispy. Oh my goodness. Ooh, yes. Slaw OTS, how you doing, man? Thank you for the compliment on the shade. These are Oakleys. I appreciate you, bro. I don't really wear these too much, but I figure I will don them tonight. Glad you appreciate the shade goodness I got going on. Appreciate it. Oh, here we go. Super chat by my man Greg Gadget, man. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate you listening to all my streams in 2019, and good Lord, there was a ton of them. But on a serious note, thank you, Greg. I appreciate you, man. And you and Travis got a pretty good thing going on with Gadget Cast, man. So y'all keep up the good work over there. Oh, we got Matty G in the cut. What's up, Matt? How you doing, bro? How you doing? So, Jonathan is throwing out the merch link. So if you guys want some Viper merch, go check out Vype Zone. Get you some Viper merch. And, yeah, look like Viper. Anthony says he's using Google Maps Assistant and Chrome and three most used apps on iPhone. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't really use Safari that much. I use Chrome more than Safari. And I definitely use Google Maps over Apple Maps. I mean, Google Maps is better than Apple Maps. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. I don't want to hear it. You can't tell me nothing. I know Apple Maps has gotten a lot better since the first year it was unveiled, but Google Maps is still the go-to map application for me. And let me bring in the Sultan of music, the man who makes all the music that you're used to, Mr. Randy Vacan. What's up, Randy?
Yo, what's good, man?
Oh, you know what's good, man. You were good, man. How you doing, bro?
Hey, it's like this is the first time I realized I've been back on your
I know,
your stream since Hangouts.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while, bro.
I'm trying to. I think I'm gonna have some. There's some latency, or not latency, but I believe we're gonna have. Dude, look at this. This is so cool. I can see all the chats and the comments and the. Look at this.
No doubt. Speaking of chats and comments, shout out to my man 504 for the 504 super chat. That's a customary thing. I appreciate you, 504. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Is there an echoing that's happening because you're coming through my speakers and you shouldn't be? I know you should be coming through.
Not on mine. Yeah, that's probably on your. I don't hear anything on my end, but that might be one of your settings. Savage Scientist, what's up, bro? How you doing? What's up?
There we go. Fix it. All right, cool.
Boom.
All right,
you're in the building. That's right. That's right. So, all right. First question for you: are you working on the theme music for Front Page Tech Season 8?
I can confirm nor deny anything. I think if Josh Prosner is going to roll up in here anytime soon, I think I'll let him.
Wait. So you can't even tell us if you're on a project or not?
No, I'm on the project. Yeah, I am. Yeah. No.
Okay. So you're on the project. Okay, cool.
I'm on the project.
Okay, cool.
What I'm not saying is themes.
Oh no! I don't want to know. I just want to know: are you part of the project? That's all I want to know.
Yes,
you are. Cool.
Yeah. No, if anything, I think what I will say is, given the what happened within the past week about certain mimicry of stuff that's been going on, I will say that we are taking even bigger precautions about protecting our intellectual property. And that is all I'm going to say about that.
Oh, okay. I have no idea what you're talking about. I guess we'll talk about that in DM or something. Okay. That kind of sucks, though. Yeah. You
didn't see what John highlighted maybe 5 days ago or something like that?
John doesn't tweet much, but whatever that was, I must have missed it. Oh, you know what? Okay, never mind. I know what you're talking about. Never mind. Oh, you talking about? Yeah, okay, I got you. Never mind. I got you. Yo, Belinda, that was fun to do, Belinda, because I had, like I said, that was my reaction in real time because I had not watched that video yet. So I was watching it with you guys in real time, and that was my real time reaction. And when he picked the OnePlus 7 Pro for smartphone of the year, I lost my HSIT, man. I was like, what? Oh, I was, ooh. I think I had an out of body experience for a second there. So, how was your Christmas, sir?
Oh, dude, I was just about to ask you that. How was your Christmas? Mine was low key. I've been taking uh, a lot of downtime. I'd say in the last 2 or 3 months, just uh, recharging and all that stuff, and so that kind of rolled over to my Christmas time, and we didn't do nothing. I just relaxed, stayed home. I got very little family left alive, and one who is my little brother, and he's currently in the army. Came home for the holidays, so we spent Christmas together, and that was about it. Nothing noteworthy there. Just if anything, it's refreshingly slow. What about you?
My Christmas was good. Before I go into that, though, shout out to Maddie G with the coffee and brought me 5 coffees. So thank you to Maddie G. I appreciate you. And I see my man Evid A just dropped a super chat. So thank you for the $19 in super chat or $19 in Norwegian currency. Thank you, Evid. I appreciate you. But yeah, my Christmas was low key. I didn't go anywhere. I stayed home. I relaxed, spent some time with the girlfriend, and that was about it, man. I was chilling.
Cool, dude.
Oh, and binge watching some Netflix.
Yeah. So I am. A situation happened. I am behind only today because it just came out today. I'm behind the last Mandalorian, and when I opened up YouTube this morning, there was a spoiler thumbnail, and I was
Ooh.
pissed.
You
So
gotta be careful with that, man. Yeah, it was funny because I woke up at like 8:00 Central Time, and people had already watched it. So as I was scrolling Twitter, I was seeing something about Mandalorian. I'm like, oh! I made sure to look away real quick.
dude, oh man, I was like the safe haven of YouTube screwed me. It just completely. I saw enough to be like, God damn it, and so I'm gonna try to not let it ruin when I watch it later on tonight. But I am a bit agitated about it. But all things
he perturbed. He is very perturbed by these spoilers.
I was upset because I really like Mandalorian. I'm enjoying it, and I just watched. I'm about a week behind with watching episode 9, but I finally watched it. So I'm all caught up on all things Star Wars, and I was like, okay, cool. It's to come back to the internet, and I opened up YouTube, and there was a spoiler thumbnail, and I was like, oh, never mind. There goes my life ruined.
All right, so let's talk about this briefly. No spoilers though, because a lot of people still haven't seen Rise of Skywalker yet. But
Okay,
what are your non-spoiler thoughts on the movie? How did you like it? Did you like it? Did you not like it?
Okay, to answer your immediate question, I liked it, and I'm surprised that I liked it. And I wasn't expecting to like it because I grew up. I would say I'm part of the generation that watched the prequels as a child. Like I was 9 years old when episode 1 came out, and so I remember it not aging well. And then Force Awakens came out, and I was like, dude, this is legit. And then I saw Last Jedi, and I was just so upset with just the franchise and all that. And I was like, all right, there's no way they can recover all this in a final movie. And surprisingly, I liked it. No spoilers. I will say there were things that got me all hyped up, maybe even emotional. Like, ooh. And I knew it was fanfare. It was playing to the audience, and I accept it for what it is. J.J. Abrams was trying to make 2 movies in a 2.5 hour time slot. And so there was a lot of stuff happening because he was trying to make up for Last Jedi. And for that, there's a lot of things that excused it. Was it the best? No. It was my favorite one out of the sequel trilogy, which I was surprised, but it's not the best one. And with that, noting right there, I would say it was really good. John Williams on the music, as that's his last one he's doing, was amazing. I like other, surprises that came out, and I was like, okay, you know what? I accept it for what it is. And, overall, good. What about you?
I liked it. It wasn't the greatest movie in the world, but I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't think it was bad or anything. It was definitely better than The Last Jedi. I would say that. I mean, but that's not really saying much anymore. But yeah, it was better than The Last Jedi. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good, pretty decent ending to the trilogy. Wasn't the greatest movie in the world by any stretch of the imagination, but it was decent. It was good.
Yeah, it was damage control for Last Jedi. I
They called it damage control.
It was.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, I would read it.
so I know you were in the middle of watching The Mandalorian, but
Yeah.
firstly, I should ask, do you have Apple TV Plus?
No. I do. I haven't watched anything.
Okay,
And
so
I've been watching you react to the morning show, and so I think that's
you
gonna be my
need to watch the
go-to.
morning show. I'm telling everybody that I can tell anybody that can hear me. You need to watch the morning show. You need that. You need to watch that.
And Sweeney has been telling me the same thing. Drew and I have been a bit we just haven't got around to it, and it's because I think I've been more focused on Disney Plus and just enjoying the originals over there. But now that Mandalorian's
The
season
original is
finale.
only have one original. What are you talking about? What other original
No,
you
no,
watching?
no. I thoroughly enjoy The World According to Jeff Goldblum. It's lighthearted. My wife and I can put it on, just relax, and it's fun. It's like an Anthony Bourdain type of thing where he's traveling, experiencing all these things in segments, and it's so lighthearted. And for me, that it's a change of pace of all this intensity and heaviness of everything else that's been going on. To my understanding, I guess that's what the morning show's about, like the Me Too movement or something. I don't know anything
And
about it.
it's kind of like that, but it's even deeper than that, man. But yeah,
I believe you.
it's deep.
So that's it. If you want something lighthearted, change of pace, family friendly, or what, just something for cool background stuff. Jeff Goldblum is amazing in everything he's touched. He's a national treasure who must be protected.
Okay. One more show question.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you have Netflix, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any interest in or any plans on watching The Witcher?
I am on episode 2 right now.
Good man.
It's
good
so
man.
good.
It's good.
Oh, it's so good. Game of Thrones who?
Okay, I don't know about all that. I don't know about. I'm not gonna say all that, but it's good.
No,
but
I'm butthurt about the finale. I'm butthurt. No,
I'm
no.
butthurt too, but I'm not gonna start talking craziness now. I mean, come on now.
Hey, it's filling a hole of something that is much needed right in the heart, where I'm just like, okay, yeah, this is really, really good. And it's so weird because like he doesn't look like Superman, he doesn't look like anything else he's been in. And so watching Cavill be something unique with just the role he's taking on is really interesting. It's cool. I didn't have any doubts going into it, but I was skeptical.
Now, have you read any of the books or played any of the video games?
No, okay, so nothing with the books. I have seen the video games. I've never played them, and it's I'm hearing it's a lot of Easter eggs with that. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only played like 2 or 3 hours of The Witcher 3, so I don't really have much history with the game, and I have not read any of the books. But for me, I binge watched it in 2 days, so I would really enjoyed it. My issue with The Witcher is that it is very hard to follow. Like I had to watch YouTube and Blender videos after the fact to figure out what the hell was going on. But once you know what's going on, it makes sense. But while you're watching it doesn't really make a lot of sense until like the end.
Okay. And so you were looking it up before you saw the ending of season 1.
No. I binge watched the entire season 1, and then when I was finished watching it, I watched some YouTube and Blender videos to figure out what the hell is happening.
Okay, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So you think I should do the same, knowing very little about it, knowing that I only go off of what the description in Netflix was saying that he's going his own way.
I mean, yeah. I think you should watch all 8 episodes. I think it's 8. Yes, 8 episodes. I think you should watch all 8 episodes, and then after you're done, if you have questions, you should definitely go to YouTube and watch some explainer videos so you can fill in the pieces.
Yeah, I hear nothing but great things about it though. So
it's good. It's confusing, but it's very good.
I'm patient. Game of Thrones was confusing at first too. I was like, what's all these things going on at once? I'm like, wait, I don't understand what whose family who belongs to what, but eventually get on to that. I keep comparing it to Game of Thrones because it's the closest thing to it, and I really like Game of Thrones until the end. So I'm like, okay, maybe this will be the same.
No doubt. So as I am a tech dude, and this is by more or large part a tech live stream, Randy, what is your favorite piece of tech that you either got or purchased in 2019?
iPhone 11 Pro, bro.
Now, do you got the Pro or the Pro Max?
Just the Pro. Just the Pro. I got small hands. I'm in the category of wanting the smaller iPhone, and this is something that is more. It's perfect. I was talking with Genosis in the chat where it's like the battery life. I mean that really screw it up now. Fix iOS to be even more competitive to Android, stock Android, and everything that Google has with it, because the hardware is already, 2-3 years ahead of its time, in the sense that it's that future proofed. If you didn't have to, if you can't upgrade next year, the 11 Pro Max is going to hold its own for at least 2 more years and still be relevant with the computation photography, with the night mode. Just enhance the software of iOS, because the hardware is there. You got great battery life, you got great processing power, much like the iPad Pro. Like, hardware has always been legit, spot on, and locked down. Software is where that's your bread and butter. That's your make it or break it. So for me, I would say this has been the best iPhone. It's the greatest iPhone ever since iPhone, right? They always say that, but this is like legit the greatest iPhone by leaps and miles. Fix iOS and it's great, but still probably my favorite piece of tech. I focused more on accessories this year more than actually hardware. For example, something that I think everybody would want to, like little tiny desk tripod things and just little things here and there. I focused more on that this year. I didn't upgrade no iPad, because the iPad Pro, is the biggest iPad that's still holding its own over a year later. And camera, I did buy the Sony that you and I talked about, the A7 III.
Oh, you bought the A7 III?
No, no. I'm lying because that's what we're going back on.
The
6400.
Okay.
The 6400.
Okay, well, okay. How do you like it?
I love it. Oh, it's so good. All my shots, everything that I've been filming with everything Tesla related is been good on that, and it just comes out so crisp and clean. But my favorite tech would be overall the Tesla that I bought this year, hands down.
You still loving it?
Bro, it's like driving a new car every time it gets a software update. I'll tell you this quick story. My wife and I went up north less than a month ago, and we rented a car that, old gasoline. Oh, I felt like a peasant. Ugh. And and so, but I had a Jetta before this. I had a Volkswagen Jetta, and this was a new Volkswagen Jetta. I was like, I was starting to get FOMO. I was digging the Apple CarPlay when I plugged in the phone. I was like, oh, I missed this. And then after 30 minutes, I was starting to not really like the car. And I was like, oh no, this car's kind of crap. And then when I came back home, I sat behind the Tesla, the wheel again. That's when I felt like, oh no, this is the last car I'll ever need, except for, when there's better battery down the road. This car is truly like the future. It's Tesla's going to surpass all these other manufacturers in the future, because the need for renewable energy and just going electric, there's more pros than cons for sure. And I'm now more of an advocate about it the longer I have it. And like I said, like remember when iOS 6 felt dated when we went to iOS 7 and it was on the phone, and that was like, I have a brand new phone with the same hardware. I'm having that same aha when I get software updates that are completely UI changing to the Model 3. It feels like a brand new car. It drives smoother, faster, longer battery, and I've done nothing. I haven't paid anything extra for it. It's just natural updates you get over time. It's making the car hold its value even more so than it is when you buy it. You can't get that anywhere else. So that's my favorite tech this year.
I mean, what else are you gonna say? I mean, you brought a Tesla. I mean, as good as the iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max are, I mean, they don't really compare to a Tesla, though. I mean, come on now.
I think, well, we have an ongoing joke that Drew, Nick, and I make all the time on the podcast about how at least this is cheaper than a Mac Pro, and it comes with wheels and a monitor, and it's a computer. I mean,
That's
technically
true.
it is a computer, and it's cheaper than the Mac Pro.
It is literally a computer on wheels, literally.
And you get more bang for your buck out of it, evidently. I don't know. I kind of want the Mac Pro for just stupid YouTube and music reasons, and it's completely ridiculous. I don't want no maxed out version of it. I'm due for an upgrade, and I'm not sold on MacBook Pros anymore. But that's more I understand the functionality that you can have of having a MacBook Pro and work on the go, but 90% of my work is done in my office.
Mhm.
So I'd rather have a stronger computer. But I just don't feel like I'm completely sold on Mac Pro. And I know, Brandon and I were having a little back and forth, I think last week, where he was saying, he was trying to get down all the reasons why not to buy one. And I knew he was going against the grain about, having a counter argument for all of it. And I know it can actually make more sense to buy a Mac Pro or a MacBook Pro if you're going to hold it long term. But I don't know.
I don't know. And a rare occurrence that is weirder to me. I don't know what the full moon tonight, but we have an early appearance by the one and only John Proctor. What's up, dude?
No camera Jern, that's me.
What ain't go? I thought we talked about this yesterday.
Hey. Wait, why is it a rare appearance?
Because you usually wait till like hour before you actually hop on.
Oh, well, I have to see Star Wars like a grown
You haven't
adult.
seen it yet?
Randy, don't you fucking start with me. I just got here.
Luke
No,
dies.
I haven't seen it yet.
So I'm guessing you're going tonight then?
Yeah. I came in hot. I just found out about something, and I gotta talk about it.
Let's go. Floor's yours.
Did you hear about the TechSmart thing?
No.
Dude, you know who Keaton is from TechSmart?
Yes.
Okay. It all just his career's over. It's over. It's over.
Oh boy.
Here's what happened. He just got exposed for basically like
What happened
was he was in a company with these other dudes. He was poor, had no money, like was struggling, was sleeping on the dude's couch, eating all his food. Company started doing well, and him and another guy, Keaton and this other guy, basically stole the company from this dude. And they've been making money with his YouTube channel, by view botting.
Oh boy.
His biggest brand deal is Wish. And he has a whole series about Wish products. And I don't know if it was ever disclosed that it was sponsored, but it's a whole paid thing. And all of the Wish videos get like 1 million views, 2 million views. And it came out that he was trying to like talk with YouTube experts and all this other stuff to try to figure out the best quality view bots that he could buy, and he couldn't. So what he did, he built his own botnet. There's like screenshots of text messages, all this other stuff. He created his own botnet that he called Daycare, and the views that he gets, he calls kids. It's all in code, and he's like, are the kids there? Are the kids here? Are the kids watching? And he built this botnet by like buying old Apple TVs and stacking them on top of each other. And like, it's this whole fucking thing where if you look at his channel, he has like 3.2 million subscribers, but he has 2 Twitter accounts that are verified. Each have less than 1,000 followers each. Like, it's all been, the questions have been around for a while, but now all the answers are coming out. And it's crazy. Like, it was covered on a bunch of stuff. Keemstar just had it on Drama Alert, but I saw it from other stuff earlier today. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Like, this man, and now here's the issue. It's fraud because he has been, his income is coming from Wish, and he's view botting to convince them that he has this massive audience. And basically, they've just been wasting like tens of thousands of dollars on him for this brand deal, thinking that his videos are getting 1 million, 2 million views, when in reality, it's just a room full of stacked Apple TVs.
Damn.
Yeah. Crazy.
Very crazy. I don't know when people will realize that there are no shortcuts. There are literally no shortcuts, man.
How did this come to light?
The guy that ran the company, that was like part of the company with them, apparently Keaton was telling them, like, he was telling him, don't go public with this information. We're going to settle. We're going to pay you what you're owed, like your third of the company or whatever. And the guy just got fed up of waiting and just filed a lawsuit like earlier this week and just posted screenshots, everything on Twitter. It's just like, he's like, here's all the stuff. And there's a whole thing about how Keaton was like, he tries to intimidate people and talks about whacking them. So the guy was like, if anything happens to me, it was Keaton. It's crazy. Like, it's nuts. I have no idea how he's going to get out of this.
Hey, 504. That was the first thing I thought when John started talking about this. can't trust them. You can't trust them. I guess James was right. Oh man.
Oh man, it is crazy. Like the screenshots of stuff. It's oh man, he's like a Sith Lord. The way he talks in text messages and stuff. Like he talks about this daycare botnet thing, and every time he posts a video and the kids get involved, he talks about raping the YouTube algorithm. Like it's this whole thing.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Whew, wow.
Yeah, he's in oops, I said that word. There goes monetization on this video.
Demonetized.
Yeah, John.
Yep.
You done screwed it. You done-
I feel like every time I come in here and ruin it for Viper, I got a super chat to make up for the money that I just cost him.
What the are you
that
talking
would
about?
be nice. That would be nice. But yeah, man, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I just found
It's
out
like-
about it and was like, oh my God, does Viper know about this? And I came here and Viper wasn't talking about it. I was like, well, he's got to know about it now.
It's like if the next controversy is like, here, hold my beer, and they can try to one up it.
Yeah, right at the end of 2019.
I know. It gotta go out fun.
So I went back and looked at his videos, and like, it's so clear. Like all of the Wish videos he doesn't get 1 million views on anything, but every time he puts out a Wish video, it's like, it's obviously his most popular series. And when you realize that it's a brand deal and it's this long-term contract with Wish that he does this, and it somehow magically gets 1 million, 2 million, 3 million views, now it's very clear what's happening.
Yeah, it makes you wonder about a lot of people.
Yeah, pretty soon
Hey.
they're gonna catch me.
Oh yeah.
And you're gonna be stealing things or something.
Yeah, I think Randy. So hear me out.
Yeah.
For season 8, I think we should can all ideas that we had, and instead we do front page check only on Fridays, Friday nights. Let's say around 7:30.
Okay.
And we call it Friday Night Journ.
Friday Night Journ. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very original idea.
I mean, hey, you're not the one who came up with YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
Stupid.
I didn't invent live streaming, so Viper didn't invent live streaming, so I think it's fair.
Come up with super chats, you dick.
I think we'll use something called StreamYard. Part of it's this new platform. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but when we do when we come up with front page tech, you should just change it to 3 Ys.
No. What I want to see John do the intro.
And we should stream a lot too.
I mean, I think Randy do it, but I want to see John do the intro. That would be funny.
I think I'm gonna have this really energetic intro where I slap my hands and I go,
woo! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
What's up, people? And you gotta clip it. You gotta get really close to start clipping
you
it.
gotta tell everyone to turn their volume down.
Monkey's in the back.
So
Oh,
Randy,
God.
I'm thinking you should be a regular guest on this. We don't even need music for season 8. I think this is what we're gonna do. Yeah,
I'll just beatbox and
every day you just come in, you have to do it with your mouth. That's
and have a half measure in and say it's completely original.
yeah, that's it. Or we'll pay somebody on Fiverr to just copy some guy named Randy Vasquez.
I mean, it's pretty cool how you turn front page, take it to Papata.
Papata, yeah.
Papata. That's pretty interesting. So what time does your movie start?
9:45.
Which is about in an hour.
33 now.
Okay.
And the movie theaters, I had to think about that. I was like, am I about to give out my location? The movie theater's like 10 minutes down, not even 10 minutes down the road from me.
Oh, cool.
They're closing my theater.
They're closing your theater.
Yeah, they're closing it. They ran out of money.
That
Oh,
sucks.
maybe AMC it?
Nah, not in Ohio, man.
No.
All right,
Replace it with a fucking Dollar General and call it a day.
All right, you know what? We talked about a lot about my thoughts and Marquez's thought on his smartphone award, but we haven't really talked about what John thinks. So, John, what would your pick for smartphone of the year be?
Oh,
the one that Andy Rubin made.
iPhone 10R. Still.
Right.
Yeah.
The 10R.
Yeah.
Now you're trolling.
Smartphone of the year. OnePlus 7 Pro.
You don't believe that.
Galaxy Fold.
Oh yeah.
Best
Ooh.
design.
Oh, God.
Now,
Please stop. Please
No,
stop.
I'd say the iPhone 11 Pro.
hey, not Pro Max, but Pro.
No.
Represent it.
What is the Max really? They just it accidentally got bigger. Like it was just an accident that they put a price tag on.
I have to look at it.
It's just to make people like Viper slowly but surely walk away from the Note
Dude,
series.
My hand, it wouldn't fit in my hands.
No, you ever see that commercial with it's a Burger King commercial. They're like, "Hey man, do you want to get a Whopper? I would, but I have these small hands, and so he's gonna get a Big Mac instead." That's me. I got small hands. Listen, I got Donald Trump hands. Okay, excuse me.
Shit.
Hey, did anybody notice one of the sweaters John was wearing? I think an episode or two ago. New merch, maybe. Anyone noticed it?
Oh yeah, the Journ 2020 hoodies. I got a bunch. I'm starting to wear merch on the show that I'm not even saying anything about, and just putting it on. If you notice, you notice it. If not, you don't.
I'm still waiting for the care package that Journey supposedly sent to me.
You're getting all the designs that are going to be released throughout this year. That, like, we're going to release new designs every month, but you're just going to have them.
Oh, cool.
So you can wear some of them on camera, but not all of them, because then it'll get spoiled.
Alrighty. I'm okay
There's
with
gonna
that.
be a private collection, dubbed Randy collection, and I've already sent John a couple designs. It's gonna go. It's gonna go in line with Journ 2020.
We're gonna have one called Delving into Drama, and it's gonna have a logo on it from it's a YouTube drama show that we're starting.
Oh Lord, here you go. Here you go. He's just taking all the ideas. He's like, if you have
We
an
should
idea,
somehow
it
go
is
back
fine.
to season 6 templates and just
Yeah.
say, I don't see what the big deal is.
Dude, I'm gonna shoot my head off.
All right, so I know you're coming up on
Like,
your.
we didn't even acknowledge it. I'm gonna shoot my head off.
You're
Okay,
crazy.
so
So, what's up with the new season?
You're crazy. You're John crazy. So I know you're about to take your hiatus pretty soon. So when is the last show
we're
from
not gonna
Paytech?
take a hiatus. I think we took enough this year. Don't you me? It'll just stop it. Oh, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna take. I hate you. I hate you. I'm not gonna take a hiatus. Every year I think we take a week off before. Randy, get that shitty ass smile off your
I was just thinking about how I'm gonna make a new Where is John Prosper video for 2020.
Every year we take a week off, but this year we took a couple months off. We just disappeared for like a month at a time. So I think I have overstayed my hiatus.
Your own stage, your hiatus. Welcome.
Yeah.
I think it's expected. I think if you do random here, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna completely just warp it, you might as well just have the new logo and everything drop like on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, just randomly.
Well,
And,
yeah, it is. What day is the 13th?
The 13th, I don't know. Hey, that's a good question. Let's see. The 13th is on the 13th on a month. Oh,
Yeah, it is on Monday.
no, it's not. Oh, yeah, it is.
It is.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, it's a Monday. That's oh my god, that's
Yeah.
8 years.
John,
of
send me my
garbage.
stuff. I could.
Which stuff?
It's just stuff.
The assets?
Yeah.
That's why I said I was gonna shoot my head off. That's what I've been working on for the last couple of days. I just it's oh my god.
We need we have grinding to do. We have a lot of grinding. And you know what? I think from now on, every single part in some way watermark FPT in there. Try to copy this one, you little. Sorry.
You know how like Audio Jungle music tracks say Audio Jungle, like in the track, just have Randy Vasquez. It's just whispered in the track every minute.
Well,
Yes.
according to Randy, he watermarked all his music anyway. He always puts some type of watermark in there that we don't really see or hear.
How do you wait? What? How did I know?
I watermark every single track, every single.
Did you like say penis somewhere in there?
And when you reverse it, it sounds like.
What is the watermark? Are you not supposed to say?
I will tell you in private.
Okay.
I'll
It
tell
is
you.
penis. It is. It's penis. I figured it out.
There's certain things that. So look, when you're making an audible type of content, you need something to protect your IP.
Clearly.
Clearly. What the hell? So, what musicians and what people in audio engineering, well, not audio engineering, that's more the skill of it, but what people do when they're creating something is, like for example, you have the most known is it comes in random tracks. So that was the most like in your face one, but there are a way that musicians, sign their music and in a way that's only audible. Can we
have a sample of Viper going woo in our music? Can we put that in there?
Do
it. Welcome back to From Paycheck.
Yeah, that's it.
And we are live. Today he went extra long on the VE. Live.
It depends on how much breath he has in his lungs.
Right.
Yeah. And we are live.
So, John Proctor, now that we know that you actively leave the house.
Viper.
What's up?
I did it. I did the thing you told me to do. I watched the morning show.
Oh, how many episodes are you in?
It's so good.
I told you. Did I not tell you?
Yeah. I watched 3 episodes last night.
I told you. Now
you
can't start watching. See? Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so good.
Okay, my arm is twisted. I'll start tonight.
That's how you make it happen.
Dude,
that's how you make it happen.
It was so good.
Is it really that good?
Okay, Mandalorian or the morning show. Don't got time for both. And then I was like,
Mando. Duh.
No.
Viper said the morning show's an 11 out of 10.
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta take my chances with that one.
I will spit in every one of your faces.
Sorry, dude. Morning show better than the Mandalorian.
Morning show yet, so you can't spit in nothing.
I
think if you see the morning show, I'm sure the Mandalorian is good, but when you see the morning show, you'll realize that it's an 11.
Wait, you haven't even watched one episode of Mandalorian?
Oh, Randall.
What have you been doing with your time off, you little what you did, you little creep? I watched a lot of Home Alone for Christmas. Get off me, you little pervert. Yeah, anyway. What?
Listen, I have commitment issues, and it's hard to get me to commit to shows. And Viper said the morning show was an 11, so I had 2 to pick from, and I picked the morning show, and I don't regret my decision. So don't make me feel guilty.
So are you guys gonna renew your Apple TV Plus next year then?
Depends.
I mean, if there's a morning show season 2, yeah.
That's the correct answer.
Randy, listen to me. Where'd he go?
He went bye-bye.
I had something to tell him.
Darn.
What an asshole.
Well, you're probably still listening.
I was going to say that the morning show is so good that I would pay $5 a month just for the morning show.
I went offline for some reason. That was weird.
Randy, this is how good the morning show is. I would pay $5 a month just for the morning show.
Really? What?
Yes. Yeah.
It is that good.
You guys are wow. Okay.
I'll watch anything with Steve Carell in it. And Jennifer Aniston.
But it's not a comedy, right? This is like serious.
No,
crap.
but it's not a comedy, but it's low key funny.
Because Me Too is funny.
Yeah.
No.
That's why.
No. It has some humor in it, but it's not a comedy at all.
No,
okay.
It's definitely not what I expected. Like,
nope. I
don't know. Like seeing Steve Carell and Jennifer Aniston, like in the promos and stuff. I don't want to say I expected a comedy, but I definitely expected something lighter.
It is definitely not light.
And then as soon as you get into the first episode and realize what's happening, you're like, what did I just walk in?
Seriously, before I started watching it, when I thought of the previews and promos, I was like, all right, there's gonna be some goofy news show. I'll see what's going on. And then when you like Jonathan, when you start watching, like, oh, holy shit, this is not what we thought.
Yeah.
Does it trick you leaning into thinking it's going to be something like lighthearted and all that? and then
No, I think I just had a misconception based off of like the artwork I
the
guess
title.
Yeah.
Because I remember when they were throughout the whole time when they were announcing all the shows, and then Oprah's Apple and all that. It's like, oh, okay, the morning show, that Morning America. So, and then
that's what I thought too. But it's about a show that makes a show. It's like the Today Show. It's like a show made about the people that make the Today Show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound controversial at all.
Wait till you start watching.
Good. It's very good. And it's so cool to see Steve Carell in such a dramatic role. But sometimes when he yells, all I hear is Michael Scott. And I'm just like, oh.
Some people were telling me like all they see is Michael Scott. He's like, oh no, this is Michael Scott getting caught.
Because he's like, he's acted the same way as serious as this, but in the context of The Office, him screaming is always hilarious. So
no, God,
right?
no. Yeah.
You've seen The Office, right, Viper?
No.
What?
I've never seen The Office.
Shut this fucking thing down. Turn it off.
Delete your account.
Viper, are you serious right now?
Yes.
No.
Why? Tell me. Explain yourself right now.
Oh, I just never got into it. I never watched it.
What can I do to get you to watch The Office?
I think it's still on Netflix, right? I think something like that.
It's about to go away, dude. You gotta get on it.
It's the #1 most streamed show on Netflix forever.
And never.
Best shows of all time. You got to watch complete season 1 and then tell me that you're not hooked. I have watched The Office all. What is it? 9 seasons?
8, 9,
maybe.
Yeah.
I have watched it 10 times completion. All the way.
Wow.
I love that.
And it's
show.
really hard to get to completion that many times.
Yeah. in the same night, baby.
In the same night, dude. It's so good, Viper. You would love it.
I keep hearing about this.
Classic for a reason. I cannot believe, and you're over here being like, you haven't watched the morning show. You haven't seen The Office.
Yes, The Office.
It's
like,
so
what, 10 years
relatable,
ago?
dude. You're in IT. It's so relatable. You believe me, dude. You will love this show so much. There's something for everybody in every walks of life of the show where you can be like, yeah, that's a thing. And it's
I need to be clear. Do not judge it based off of the first episode. You can't do that.
Alrighty.
They were taking the show in a different direction in that first episode.
Well, season 1 is a very short season. Get through season 1 because they're quick episodes. And after season 1, I promise you, on God, you will be hooked. You won't even know you're in season 2, and you're like, oh wow, this is good.
Episode 1 is very clear, the pilot episode.
Yes.
But yeah, at the end of season 1, going into season 2, it like falls into what everyone loves as The Office, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
There will be laughs, there will be tears.
See, the thing is, I'm not really that much into comedy, so I guess that's why I never really watched it.
Viper, trust me.
All right, alrighty.
It's a little bit of both. It's not just strictly comedy.
Do you like watching Front Page Tech? You're gonna like this.
Well, Front Page Tech is John. I like John.
Where do you think John gets his attitude from? Where do you think John gets the persona? Where do you think that stems from?
Viper, you have to do it. You gotta.
Fine, I will do it. I watched.
So good.
When?
I don't know. I got other stuff I need to watch.
Exactly.
All right, so we're gonna end Friday Night Vyp. Yeah, happy decade and all that. You got some work to do.
Yeah, Randy and I are gonna sit here with Viper and watch The Office and make sure he does it.
Yeah, don't threaten me with a good time. I'm gonna sit here and I'll put it on with you. Put it on right here.
Y'all are crazy.
It's so good, dude.
It's my favorite show. Well, that's a lie. I just lied to you. It's not.
So what's your favorite show?
Yeah, what is
morning
your
show?
favorite
Breaking Bad's my favorite show.
Hell yeah, bitch.
Okay, well, listen, Randy. Game of Thrones is my favorite show until they shit directly in my mouth.
No, wait. The moment they're in, you are my queen.
So, because I love shocking John Proctor, I did not get past episode 1 of Breaking Bad.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm out.
I could not get past the pilot, man. I am dead serious.
There's so much packed into the first episode. It's so good.
It just didn't do it for me.
No, Mr. What?
Randy,
Leave this mother.
Randy.
There are 2 first episodes of a series that are like the perfect intro, like they just pack so much into it. Game of Thrones first episode was great. Breaking Bad first episode was great. I cannot believe you weren't hooked at the first episode.
No! Game of Thrones first episode
need
was
it.
madness. That was legit. Breaking Bad and some dude running around in
Breaking Bad
undies in the
first
desert.
episode
They're
was
like,
madness. What are you talking about?
no, the first episode of Game of Thrones was legit. Dude got pushed out the window. That's that cliffhanger. Breaking Bad episode when you got some dude running around in his underwear in the damn desert on the RV. Like, what am I doing with
Did
that?
you finish the episode?
Yes.
Oh, Viper, it's so good. Oh, why did we
How?
do that with you?
I know it got better over the next 5 seasons. I just never.
No, it didn't get better. It is not just better. It is perfect from beginning to end. They screwed up nothing. Not a single episode was wasted. They ended it at the perfect time. They shouldn't have come out with the movie on Netflix. They should have just left it be. But that's beside the point. It's a perfect show, beginning to end.
Preach, brother.
Randy, what did you think about El Camino?
Fanfare. It was fanfare.
Yeah,
is what I think.
totally unnecessary. And
You could go without watching the movie, and it doesn't add anything
I
to
would
it.
rather not watch the movie. I loved how. I wish I never did. I wish I could wipe it from my memory.
I wouldn't. Okay, so here's the thing. That one, no spoiler. I don't know if Viper might get into it, but that one guy who got really, really fat. It's like, bro,
Fat
you're
Damon.
past your time. I could have done without the movie because it doesn't add anything to the whole story
It doesn't add
arc.
anything, and it was a very dangerous game to play because one wrong move and they changed the what the end of the show meant to me. So it didn't add anything, and it didn't exactly chip away from the goodness.
No, luckily they
saw
didn't screw up the legacy of the series, so that I'm okay with it. But
cool
it
not
ends
knowing
exactly the same way the series ends, and therefore it doesn't add anything to it. Leave it alone. And I think they played it safe as fanfare.
Watch the show end and just assume for myself what happened.
Exactly, because that's basically you're left to your own device at the end of the show about Walter White, about Jesse, about everything, and technically they didn't approach all the other things of what happened to all these other people, so you could do without the movie. But the series, Viper, dude, that is my favorite show of all time.
He's so sad. He's only watched the first episode and he didn't love it.
He didn't like it. I can't.
The best show ever is 24. I'm sorry.
Oh my Christ!
Don't do it,
You're
John.
one of those
don't
people.
Do it. Yeah, I'm
you can't see it, but I can hear it. John left. He just got walked away.
You don't deserve nice things, Viper. You don't even watch Breaking Bad. You don't deserve it.
You don't deserve love.
Man.
How are you happy in life? I don't understand. It's Breaking Bad of all things. They didn't Star Wars it. They didn't Game of Thrones it. They didn't F anything up. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah, I did
Perfect
hear that.
amount of
Breaking Bad was
comedy.
Breaking Bad was the one show that actually had a decent ending, from what I hear.
Dude, it's everything.
It's a perfect ending.
6 seasons of just pure godhood.
It doesn't stop either. Like there's zero wasted episodes. There's no filler time. There's nothing. It is hold your breath from beginning to end, and then wonder what you're doing with your life afterwards.
And every single thing introduced on camera has a purpose, and that is the art. Of
it's not
theatrical.
Let's say, as an example, it's nothing like the first scene of the whole series is like this mysterious White Walker zombie group that's going to take over everything, and that's the problem. That is the main antagonist of the whole show. And then at the very end, the Night King falls and it just shatters, and that's it. It took 5 minutes. It's nothing like that. Everything in Breaking Bad matters. My favorite shows
has a purpose.
are after what Game of Thrones did to me. It goes Breaking Bad, The Office, and Game of Thrones is on a very wobbly third because I might finish the morning show and change my mind with the third option. And also The Witcher's up there now. Oh, The Witcher's so good.
Are you done with Witcher?
Just finished it today.
I'm on episode. I'm like 1/3 into episode 2 right now. I just started it
Viper's
yesterday.
one of those people that was mentioning like so it jumps between timelines, and I understand how that can be confusing.
Mhm.
But it's like it's setting up to me a perfect like twist when you realize what it all like. I like that the timelines were separated and you went in not exactly knowing.
The thing with the girls is screwing with me right now. I don't really understand what's going on with that right now.
Basically, how you should watch it is don't assume that they're that they're associated. Just each character that you see is a separate story and follow those separate stories separately, and then it'll come.
So it's like Westworld.
Yeah, it's like there'll be towards the end of the season. There's like a little twist timelines that everything makes sense. And you're like, oh, holy shit! It was.
Did you spoil? Did you just spoil the season for me?
No, I didn't. Absolutely not. I didn't spoil the season. I'm saying the timelines make sense, but you don't.
Okay.
Like you don't have to like look online and be like, what does all this mean? Just
yeah, that's what Viper was telling me right now. He was saying before he jumped on, he was like, after he finished watching season 1, he went to look at, to get some clarity. And I mean, if that's what happens to me, I accept it. Huh?
Are you a fan of the games or anything? The books?
I've never played the games. I've seen the games. I've never played them. I've seen the games. I don't know anything about the books. I understand this whole universe. But just as a casual, glancing and passing it by, like, oh hey, that's a thing.
Yeah, I don't think the show needs explanation. I think what would make it easier is if you went in knowing the lore, basically, like what a Witcher is. Because once you know,
I know what a Witcher is.
Yeah, once you know what a Witcher is, the timeline stuff, is less fucky in the show.
Gotcha. So that's the thing, right? So they don't, at least as of right now, a little bit into episode 2, they don't explain what Henry Cavill's doing. Like you have to kind of assume. I know what he's doing because I know what a Witcher is. I know what his species. I understand that part, and that's about the extent of what I know about it before going into the show.
You start to learn. He doesn't really know what he's doing either, which is sort of where you start off. He's kind of just like on autopilot, and then you start to learn what he's doing as he does, and it's
pretty much.
I love how gory it is. It's something relaxed. It's just
the fight scene at the end of the first episode was so brutal.
It was nasty. Yeah.
You could feel him breaking through the muscle tissue and the bone. I'm just
Henry Cavill is the perfect Geralt.
He's good. Yeah. I don't even see him as Superman anymore. I'm like, oh no, there will be blood.
My favorite Geralt quote is, "Oh fuck."
That would be your damn quote.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
so Viper, bro, get into Game of Thrones. You will love it. I promise you. That ain't Office. Those are amazing.
You just said Game of Thrones. He's seen Game of Thrones. Unfortunately,
not Game of Thrones. Sorry, Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad and Office. Top 5.
I got to finish watching you first.
See, you just started this random show on Netflix last night, and you're over here like, oh, I can't start The Office. I got too many shows. The Office is a half hour per episode.
Yep.
The Office is about to go away. You need to watch it before it goes off of Netflix. You is going to be there.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm almost done with you, damn it. I'm halfway through season 2.
Well, I'm done with you. See what I did there?
I see what you did.
Randy, if we had to choose, like if we sat Viper down, locked him in a chair, and put a TV in front of him and said, okay, the next 10 hours you're watching this show, which one do we go with? The Office or Breaking Bad?
I'd say Breaking Bad first because he says he's not a fan of like slapstick comedy like that. Yeah. So I'd say Breaking Bad first. Anybody else, I would probably say Office first.
All right, fine. I will watch when I'm done with you. I will watch Breaking Bad. Fine.
Okay. Yeah, I had a small hint of sadness that we picked Breaking Bad first. And
I have a little bit, but it's only because Viper said he doesn't like comedy like that.
It's not full regret. Like I'm still glad we're enabling this, but. But I feel like I owe something to Michael Scott now, Like,
if you were to ask me, anybody else, random person in the comments here, I would sit them down and start with Office 100%. Every day, I would start with The Office.
The Office
and that's
the most rewatchable show I've ever seen.
Yeah. Like you said, it's so easy to rewatch it, and it's so quotable. The thing is about Breaking Bad, you're emotionally invested into it, and there are things that are quotable, but it always ends with bitch.
Tired. I've only watched Breaking Bad, so I watched Breaking Bad that one time, and it ended in what 2013. I went back when I knew the movie was coming out. I rewatched the whole series, and it was so good. It was so good, but like, who knows when I'm going to rewatch it again.
You're so emotionally drained because you invested.
Yeah.
but The Office is so quotable, and it's
What do you do when you're depressed, Viper? Because you're going to need to cue some of that up. Do you get like a pizza and some Mountain Dew? Because you might as well order that now if you're going to watch Breaking Bad.
Come on now, you know, John. Nothing could be as depressing as 13 Reasons Why. That is
No, yes it can.
No
Yes,
way.
it can. Yes,
No way.
Oh, yes it can.
No,
13
no,
reasons,
no.
13 Reasons Why is sad if you're 14. This is some serious, like, real life drama.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad. I mean, okay, 13 Reasons Why. Are you talking? What season are you talking about?
1.
Yeah, sad, but it's not as sad as Breaking Bad.
What?
I'd say there's a lot in Breaking Bad is so complex. Like there's anger, and then there's fear all the time. Fear, you're just scared all the time, and then there's
confusion about who you're rooting for.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's very three-dimensional, where like The Office is just you sit down to have a good time.
Yeah, in fact, you might want to watch both of them at the same time because you're gonna need to cool down and like
you need to cleanse the palate for sure. Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
So
watch an episode of Breaking Bad and then watch 2 episodes of The Office. Go back to Breaking Bad.
Yeah, watch Breaking Bad, and when you start to feel really bad about your life, go ahead and turn on The Office.
Wow. Already did.
Somebody asked Office versus Parks and Rec. Parks and Rec I really like, but I still like The Office more.
That's a question for you, Randy.
Yeah.
I have tried to watch Parks and Rec.
Okay.
But I think I compare too much, and scares me, and I run away. I think I've only gotten like 5 episodes into Parks and Rec where I was like, this isn't The Office. I don't want it.
It's different. It's definitely different. Don't compare it because
it's hard to not compare it when they shoot.
Well, okay. So, I know it's shot with the whole like it looks like it's a mockuseries, but for sure I would say the presentation, the execution has parallels, but the presentation of those 3 main characters is just different. It's like watching How I Met Your Mother versus well, I don't know because I like How I Met Your Mother the most. I don't know them anyway, but the point I'm saying is that like the format isn't new, and The Office really it's the same thing like saying Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where it's like you have this almost steady camp in the first season for sure. It's really low budget. The presentation might be the same, but nothing comes close to The Office because there's more relatable characters. There's more.
Is it still worth watching?
It's. I mean, I'm probably 25 episodes in, so I mean, it's there.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Wait. Okay, Randy, you need to clear this up. Are you 25 episodes into actively watching it, or are you telling me you watched 25 episodes and gave up like I did?
Oh, I did not give up. But I'm not also, to be fair, I'm not actively watching it. I will say it came on in the background. 2 episodes were just pure background while I was just, beating my meat or something. Who knows? But then all of a sudden, I picked my, I looked at the TV and I was like, oh, it's that one show. And I remember sitting down and I watched it. I was like, oh, this is cute. It's good when I'm scrolling through Twitter or Instagram or something. It's good filler, but I'm not emotionally invested into it the same way I am in The Office. The Office, I will put everything down and I'll watch The Office.
So, Viper, your favorite show of all time is 24.
Yes.
Give me a top 5. What are your favorite shows? Top 5.
Oh man. Wow.
You're all about dealing us hard questions. Now you're on the hot seat.
All right. So 24 is number 1 first and foremost. Game of Thrones. No, you're wrong, but Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones probably in the top 5 somewhere. MacGyver is one of my favorite shows. That's in the top 5.
MacGyver.
Wait, where in the top 5 though? There's numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Shit.
I didn't say 1 through 5 and just throw a bunch in the mix.
Well, 24 is number 1. Right now, I'll probably say MacGyver number 2. Game of Thrones will probably be 4 or 5 at this point because that ending just irked me completely.
But it still rates. It still
have
rates.
a slot.
You have a slot.
Man. Yeah. Woo. I haven't really thought about this much outside of 24 and Game of Thrones. What's that?
The morning show land in your top 5 at all?
Maybe. I mean,
So you gave the morning show an 11 out of 10, and it's not even in your top 5. So 1 out of 10. What the hell do you rate 24? Don't say 24.
It's too easy. He's gonna go for it.
Well, 24. I have to rate like
Out of 10, Viper.
Actually, I have to rate that out of 9 because the ending kind of sucked, and the reboot wasn't really all that.
Wait, you're giving that a 9?
Yep.
You gave the morning show an 11, and
Yeah. Yeah, but
you confused me.
I do. You don't understand.
Okay, so you mean as a show, the morning show is better, but like in your heart, 24 is
24 generates more from an emotional reaction out of me than the morning show.
Okay, gotcha.
So you didn't ask me, but I'm going to tell you mine because it's
Randy,
changed.
what are your favorite TV shows? 1 out of 5.
Well, John, since you're asking, bud, I will tell you.
Unprompted.
That ending, I'm going to pretend the last season didn't exist.
No, you have to pretend. You have to accept.
No, you'll believe me you'll understand when I say this.
Okay.
I really liked House of Cards.
Oh my God, I forgot about House of Cards. I wiped that shit. After, the thing occurred, I was just erase everything. Erase it all.
Had we waited just 6 more months, that guy waited 6 more months to come clean.
And all his accusers are dead, so I think we can just reboot it and do the last season real quick.
Oh my God. So I really liked House of Cards. And then, but I was a Kevin Spacey fan. And, I was like, now, Claire, what do you want me to do? But now it's like, that last season was just shit. It was crap.
I didn't finish it.
Don't do it. Keep it alive. Keep it alive in here. Don't do it.
Every episode I watched took an episode of the goodness away from me. So I was just like, can't do it. Can't finish it.
Let it die on a happy note in your head of how you remember rose-colored glasses and all that shit. Just don't watch it. So
is it in top 5?
I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing. Number 1, without a hesitation, Breaking Bad, because it had a perfect beginning and a perfect end. It tied everything perfectly without having, every single episode did not end with a tied knot, and it wasn't clean, but it started clean and it ended clean, and I will remember it like that without any of the movies and all that stuff. We're just talking series. So, Breaking Bad, I will say it's the final season hasn't came out yet, but I'm gonna give one of each category, genre almost. But Lucifer, I love Lucifer.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Yes, it is.
It's so fucking good. I love that movie or that show so much. So Lucifer. I will say Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is up there. Office.
You put Game of Thrones in front of The Office?
Wait. Oh, wait. We're not going
Sorry. In order,
sorry.
Randy.
Number 1, Breaking Bad.
Yes. 2.
Number 2, Office.
Okay, good. There we go. That's
number 3.
Number 3.
As it stands right now, it's done. Lucifer.
Okay.
Number 4, Game of Thrones.
Okay. 5.
Number 5, I would say reluctantly, I would probably lean House of Cards.
Yeah,
it started strong, and then everything that.
I wish I could include. I wish I could just think of Game of Thrones as season 1 through 4, and then forget that the rest happened.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, so those are my 5. But right now, I mean, realistically, because things are too. I want to put Mandalorian in there, but it's just too soon. But it has such great promise.
I don't think I even named all my top 5. I think Breaking Bad, Office.
Yep.
That's 2. Well, I see why I didn't name all 5 now.
Come on.
Breaking Bad, Office. Okay, don't think about it. Just say it. Just say it. Breaking Bad, Office, the Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Come
on. You're more than halfway done.
House of Cards.
House of Cards. Okay, 4. Last one. Come on.
Oh no.
You're right there.
Let me look at my Netflix watch history.
You're right there, baby. Just finish it.
I'm not saying one. I feel like there's one I'm not saying.
Oh.
You're right there.
I don't know, Randy.
You're right there. Come on.
I can't think of it. I can't think of any.
Okay, 20,
Bro, just
25, bro.
it's a wild card.
I can't.
Man.
Then it's Lucifer. We're the
Forensic Files. There we go.
Forensic Files.
Yes.
What
Have you
the?
seen
Someone drug test this guy.
it? Have you seen
Forensic.
Forensic Files?
No.
Well, then there you go.
I'm so emotional. It's just like I don't know,
It was
just like
it's a true crime show, like murder.
you could have said Orange is the New Black, and I would have had more respect.
Oh my God, hell no. Forensic Files was like it was on the 80s, the 90s, early 2000s, and it's just like a childhood thing that I hold close. So number 5.
Number 5. Okay, fine. For nostalgic reasons, I would give it to
Yes.
you.
Thank you.
So what we've learned from this is we're basically the same person for the same reasons.
Yeah.
We and Viper, this is more. I think this is more of a testament as to why you need to watch Breaking Bad in Office.
Apparently.
All this was a ruse. All this was a ploy to get you convinced to watch these shows.
Oh,
He's thinking about it.
I think I have it now.
have what?
You what?
My top 5.
What is it?
No,
we
I'd
got-
like to swap out Forensic Files for Ozark on Netflix.
Ozark is
Ozark!
so good. It's so good.
What?
Yeah.
Yes,
Ozark.
it's
I'd like to
so
swap out
good.
Ozark is number 5. Thank
okay.
you very much.
You think
No,
so?
okay, it's so good, Viper.
It's all right.
I want to swap out. Oh no! Wait! Don't say something you don't mean, Randy. Don't
Did
say
you
something
forget
you don't
about
mean.
Ozark?
I did because I'm waiting for the season 3.
Yeah.
No, 3. Yeah, I might want to swap out. Damn it! I might want to swap out House of Cards because I know how it ends and I hate it.
Yeah.
But realistically, like House of Cards, like it
I can
meant
respect
something.
the swap. I can respect the swap. If you were to swap out House of Cards for Ozark,
I think I
They
have
haven't-
to
they haven't
wait.
ruined Ozark yet.
They haven't ruined. And the thing is that like, yeah. Ozark. I think I'm gonna swap. Damn it, no, because it's for like it means House of Cards meant something
I
in
include a
2013.
Series like a limited series.
Ooh,
'Cause
okay,
I would like to add The Staircase.
okay. The Staircase. Wait,
Have you ever
what?
seen it?
Hang on.
Michael
I
Peterson.
don't know.
Dude,
need
it
to- I
is
need
it is one of my favorite things ever. It's like in terms of a true crime docuseries, like
The Staircase.
it is 10 times what Making a Murderer will ever be. The Staircase is a perfect story told. Like the
Oh,
case
this is my cue. I haven't watched it yet. I just
Okay, listen, it's the case with Michael Peterson is an author and his wife died on a staircase. And he was rich and stuff. And so while he was like fighting his case, he had hired a documentary crew. So the crew stuck with him for like 20 years. So it's telling the story like with real footage in a span of 20 years, and it's fucking phenomenal.
This came out.
I beg you to watch it.
Okay.
So it came out in like 2001, but it was called
2004.
2004, and it was called like Murder on a Staircase or something. But Netflix bought it, and they added like 2 additional episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
see
good.
that. Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
begging
I
you,
will.
keep me updated. Tell me how it goes when you watch it.
I watched it. I will. Well, first, I'm gonna finish Witcher, and then I'm gonna watch Staircase.
Okay.
It's in my queue of things
Oh,
to
yeah,
watch.
we're all walking. This feels productive. We're all walking out with homework.
We got homework.
Viper, you finished your your list of
Yes,
5?
I got it.
Hit me.
What
Hit
is
me.
it?
All right, number 124. Number
Okay.
2, I think it could be 1 or 1A at this point. Number 124, number 1A or 2 is Sherlock. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Sherlock. It's a BBC show, but you gotta love Sherlock Holmes. So Sherlock number 2.
Anything that has a British accent, I can't take seriously. It's not real to me.
No, Sherlock legit. Sherlock number 2. Number 3 would be Prison Break.
Ooh.
So basically, anything on Fox is what I'm getting.
Then you got MacGyver and then Game of Thrones.
MacGyver and Game of Thrones.
Was that 5 or 4?
That was
That was 5. And if you want to throw 6 in there, Luther is good as well.
Is that another Fox show?
No, Luther is another BBC show.
But you do lean towards the Fox shows. Like you were praising Lucifer for it, which was on Fox first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more of like a police crime show type dude.
Gotcha. Walker,
Mm.
Texas Ranger, anybody?
Oh, of course.
Dude, that is my childhood. Mm. Did you hear they're
Just Chuck
rebooting
Norris.
that?
Yeah,
Like,
they are.
Don't do that. Don't ruin it. Come on, like just leave it be.
There's always money to be made somewhere there.
No, you can't reboot that. Chuck, no, what a massive disrespect. The man isn't even dead, and you're gonna reboot it. Come on, you can't replace Chuck
Listen,
Norris.
I talk to me after you watch Rise of Skywalker because you'll see some parallels of why I think this whole is ridiculous. Oh wait, don't you gotta go to your movie?
I
What
totally
time is it?
forgot about that. Yeah, I got like in a half hour. It's 10 minutes away from me.
Let us know. Put
That would
it
have been
on Twitter or
shit if I
something.
just completely forgot and just streamed through the movie.
All right. Well, the first 30 minutes are just trailers.
Yeah, man, I heard a lot about The Wire. I just got to figure out where to watch it at.
Oh, The Wire was on HBO back in the day?
It was on HBO. Yeah. HBO's got some good shows. Like The Wire's good.
But
It's got
But is The Wire on any like streaming service? And that's my question.
HBO
Oh, okay.
or HBO Go.
You're gonna have to get your subscription back. I know we all canceled after Game of Thrones, but
Yeah. Well, I kept it around afterwards to watch Silicon Valley, which is
I don't cancel anything. Like I have so many subscription services. I don't know. I pay for so many.
You don't even know what you're paying for.
I have no idea. Zero. I have no idea. I don't even know how much money I have in my bank account. Don't know.
Yeah,
Could be zero. I don't know.
You're probably broke.
Probably working on fumes. I don't even know it.
You don't even know it. You are not even paycheck to paycheck, and you don't even realize how in the hole you are.
So I feel like that's the worst thing to say because I feel like you are very financially responsible, and I'm over here. I have no idea. So okay, there was a point in my life where I had custody of my brother. Everyone died and left me with nothing and a brother. That's what I had. And he was still going to school and I had to take care of him. And there were points where like we were all the way poor. And I was trying to start Front Page Tech and I didn't want to give up, like I'd given up control of everything. And I didn't want to also give up, like, I really respect like single parents that give up a lot for their kids, but he wasn't my kid. He was just my brother. And I just had to make sure he ate basically.
Yeah.
So I had to give up everything and I wasn't willing to give up Front Page Tech, the thing I was trying to build.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of times where we struggled and I made sure I had enough money to feed him. And then that meant didn't have enough for me. There was many a weeks without electricity or gas or in the middle of winter. So having no money, I think it set me up for later in life where I appreciate money differently. And I always said to myself, I don't care how much money I have. I just want to be comfortable and not have to worry about how I'm going to pay the next bill. So as soon as I got to that point, I stopped paying attention to money. Like all my bills are paid and I'm happy and comfortable. I have no idea how much money I have. None.
I can relate to it because about
if Front Page Tech goes away one day, I looked at my bank account and had enough.
That's how you know. I tell you about maybe a decade ago, almost a decade ago. I was living in my car. I was that broke, and it was a couple months of me just literally homeless. I was transitioning out of the oh god, it was a coupe Scion TC 2011 Scion 2005 Scion TC, and I was homeless for 3 months, a quarter of a year. And I remember it so soberly. I was very vivid because I said I'll never get to this point again. And like you, I said I just want to get to a point where I can comfortably buy anything without looking at a price tag, like a new phone or Tesla, apparently, and I'm okay. But I had to build habits over those years to the point where it's a habit that I know where every penny's at, but it's just me being OCD because I gave up control of everything when I was married once before and I lost it all, everything. It was a spiral. It was everything that you name the perfect recipe for the perfect storm. And that was my life in 2011. And I said I would never give up that type of control again. So the OCD kind of kicked in with my finances, with my that's how I think I started before the word minimalist was actually that word. It was me just emptying out everything so I can start.
And then that's it.
Musician. I write the scores. I manage the budget. I will be your attorney. I'll do it all. That's it. I'm the hidden puppeteer. I am the damn it! I almost made a Star Wars reference. I'm behind pulling the strings. And that's
Wait,
what I'm
wait.
saying about that.
Can I ask a question about Star Wars, about the new movie before I go see it? It. Some people might consider it a spoiler, but I really just want the answer, so I need to judge how disappointed I'm going to be.
Okay.
Do we find out anything more about Snoke?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
a lot of stuff, or
No.
why?
Not a lot of.
Oh no!
You
I had
find
a
you
theory,
do.
I had a theory about Snoke that had me excited.
What's your theory? I'll tell. I will. I depending on what you say. I might confirm. I might not.
That he that he plays a bigger role, and the Snoke that got cut in half was just a Force ghost.
Now, are you asking as in, do you really want to know what happens, or did you want to know if he plays a bigger, or if he will? Do we find out more about it? Because you find out more about Snoke in a very
Am I
in the
incorrect
first
if
5 minutes.
my theory- In the first
Huh?
5 minutes, oh, that tells
First
me
te-
all I need to know.
Find out about Snoke in the first 10 minutes.
So basically, me finding out in the first 5 minutes is J.J. Abrams going, "Yeah, Ned, forget about this guy."
Well, the first 10 minutes is damage control for episode 8, and
Why?
the whole movie.
They knew they were doing 3 movies. So why
I
did they
know.
swap back and forth the directors? Why
Because
didn't they just?
The girl, I forget her name, the one who manned the project for the Mandalorian, I forget her name. She swapped out the directors with that Ryan guy, and he completely
I'm cool
just
with Ryan Johnson.
he dropped the ball on what was presented to him.
Ryan Johnson's approach.
Yeah, he's great. He's good, and he actually was making episode 8. He was taking the series more aligned with what George Lucas wanted to do.
Dude,
with
I love
Leia.
Ryan Johnson's approach. What I don't like is that I would rather not had him at all if we were just going to throw his ideas out.
So the thing is, Ryan threw out JJ's ideas, and
Yeah.
that's why he throws the lightsaber in episode 8 so early on. It's like that was them slapping each other,
Yeah.
and so something like that happens again in the movie.
That made sense though, because like that painted a picture of like, you don't know who the fuck Luke is. You think you know because you grew up, he was part of your childhood, but this dude's been on an island for like how many years? People change when they're isolated and all that shit. Like you don't know,
Right.
you don't know anymore. And I love
So
that. Like,
what will happen is you're going to see 2 movies in one film. You're going to see 2 movies happen in 2.5 hours. It's damage control that JJ is trying to fix without completely omitting episode 8. He's going to make it presented in a way that you could watch the sequel trilogy without watching episode 8 and still get the gist of it.
I just can't believe this is it. This is the end. This is it.
This dude, I was emotional when I saw it. I choked up a couple times because I remember the original trilogy. I grew up with the.
You know this isn't the end. They'll reboot it like 10 years later or 5.
They're not going to reboot it. They can't,
they are.
because George Lucas holds the rights to these original characters, and he won't release them to Disney.
We'll definitely get more Star Wars movies, but this is the saga. This is it.
Yeah, this is it. This is it.
Oh, yeah.
I will say you will find out about Snoke. You get a proper conclusion to Snoke, but you're not going to like what you find out about Snoke.
No.
And that's me not spoiling it. but telling
Randy,
you the
you're
truth.
ruining it. Stop ruining it, Randy.
No, he wants to know the truth about that.
I
And
did ask. Randy, you liked it,
I liked episode 9. Yes.
and Viper, you liked it.
Yeah, it was decent.
It's the best. Okay. When you look at it as a trilogy, it makes sense. As a standalone film, it's a lot of fanfare about everything that you remember. Remember how you watched Force Awakens and you were like, "Oh, hey,
Dude,
all this stuff that
is
feels
a-
familiar."
That was a very special moment. Star Wars is back. Force Awakens, and I actually liked that movie. I didn't have
You feel the same way. JJ is very good at making you feel nostalgic about these characters,
Yeah.
and he'll bring back things that he brought back in from episode 7. He puts it back in episode 9.
And I
Sir,
said
he
this,
will.
I said this, I think last night when we were streaming with Viper, Kylo Ren is better than Darth Vader in my mind. I love Kylo Ren as a character. Like
You're gonna love episode
Whoa,
9.
whoa, whoa. I thought you said you didn't like him better than Darth Vader.
No, I like Kylo way more than Darth Vader.
Oh, no, dude. No. Mm-mm.
He's way more complex. There's different layers. I can have emotions when I think about Kylo. When Darth Vader's just such a 2-dimensional character to me.
Do you think of Vader as just Vader, or even as his growth as Anakin?
Well, it depends because I thought the prequels were considering being thrown out of canon.
No, so JJ did so much damage control, he made the prequels relevant.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Really?
Yes, sir. And you will also experience that in the first 10 minutes with a very notable line.
So funny. Everything's in the first 10 minutes where it's like it really
Every-
is damage control.
the first 10 minutes is going to set the whole foundation for you for the rest of the film, and you're still going to, and then after that, you're going to go down the rabbit hole.
Wonder why so many people are mad about it.
Because you'll understand. You'll understand once you see it. It's not clean. Everything is just everything's reactionary. This is the Google Pixel of films. Everything's just trying to be a response to something.
I call it the Google Pixel movie.
That's what it is.
Woo,
It's a response. It's responding to the critics, to the fans, to everything, and it's not clean. It's
Damn.
not. It's the sloppiest. It's the
Wow. Damn, Greg.
It's sloppy, but you'll understand. You putting your production hat on. You being a content creator, you're gonna have more foresight than just a 12-year-old kid. When you watch it, you'll understand why JJ did what he did. And I think you're actually going to like episode 1 for it. Some things are going to piss you off. Some things I think you're really going to like. And something like the way they handle Carrie Fisher, I think was beautiful because they did what they could with her. And you'll see that. And it is what it is. Some things were out of their control. And overall, you're going to like it. There'll be the music's phenomenal. The fanfare is great. And some of the things just kind of stupid because it's like, a lot of the stuff is kind of pointless, but you'll understand when you see it, like it was damage control and they're just trying to lessen the collateral damage of the whole thing. But it's all reactionary. This whole trilogy is all reactionary, responding to the fans and the critics. And I think that's where they fucked up from the get-go, because they didn't just, if they would stick to their guns from episode 7 forward, it would have been amazing. But everything's just completely reactionary, and
well,
I
shouldn't have
accept
two different directors, 3 different.
That's where they fucked up, for sure.
Can we just do it again?
I wish.
Try again. Try again.
Before we lose Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill, can we
Oh my
just
God.
please do
I don't
something?
talk about it.
We already lost Chewbacca.
Yeah, and R2D2 and
3PO still alive.
3PO. So he is.
The actor's still alive.
Does he play 3PO in the movies? These new ones?
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
He's
gotta be
voice.
trippy to come back and like play the same characters.
Yeah, he's the voice. And 3PO's amazing in episode 9. He is the comic relief that you remember him from the original. He is so good. They did him so well. 3PO is one of my favorite old school characters in this film. Lando, you know he's gonna come back because he's in the trailer, so I'll just leave Lando alone. But 3PO, you're gonna love how he behaves. And even there's this new little character, I forget his name, but everyone loves him, and you're gonna be like, yep, he's great. He's
Usually with this stuff, I'm very like careful about spoilers and stuff. But I have literally not been spoiled at all. And this is the first time I didn't try. Like I didn't like the scripts had leaked ahead of time, and then people have been talking about it, and somehow I know zero about this. And I haven't been like avoiding it. I've been using social media as I normally do, and haven't been spoiled.
I think you wanted there to be a bigger arc about the villain Snoke, right?
Yeah, I was very after the last movie, I like went into like for a few weeks just theory digging, and had stumbled upon a theory about Snoke that I was just all about. And it like exponentially made the movies better for me. And so I had a lot weighing on Snoke.
Yeah. So in that sense, don't have expectations about it. Just accept the presentation for what it is. There is a proper conclusion to Snoke.
I mean, that's the problem with theories. So I did it to
but the thing is, I believe, and this is now just a belief.
That's like being following Ben Geskin, seeing notchless renders, and then being disappointed in Apple when they don't deliver.
I believe, and I just entering the realm of belief at this point that JJ handled Snoke the way he did because of how he went out in episode 8. And if they would have approached it with one of the theories, I don't think it would have had the same impact of what they were trying to conclude with the Skywalker saga as a whole. And only for that reason, I think they handled Snoke the way they did in episode 9. And you can still make the argument, but I won't make the argument, but an argument can still be made that Snoke was always relevant for the overarching info that you're going to get within the, like I said, the first 10 minutes. You will understand things, and you'll be like, that's a cop out, because it is, but you'll be like, fuck it.
Great.
Well, you're gonna be like,
because it is,
but you're gonna the same way they copped out with the Luke throwing his lightsaber. It's like, I don't need it. And there's certain things with cop outs that will be presented because they can't do anything more. What I will honestly say, what they did right is they did not cop out with Leia, and she's in it more than I thought she was in for that one hug that you see in the trailer. And like, oh no, it's a flash. And like, oh, what happened since the last 2 years? No, she's relevant and she plays a big part in it. And they did not cop out with her. And I'm glad they at least respected her that way.
Footage that they had,
huh?
With just footage that they had, they made a story.
They used there's footage. There's CGI the same way they did with Rogue One.
Okay.
There's but the lines, her lines are from previously recorded stuff that they were able to make work. It is old footage and a new presentation of it. So think Rogue One in the sense of how they will use CGI, and they're just kind of using older clips of some stuff that still is more or less relevant. And you'll see why she has to be hands off with some of the stuff, but they respect Carrie Fisher in a way that I didn't expect. And for that, I'm glad they didn't cop out with that. You can cop out with Snoke because he was only relevant for right here, but Carrie Fisher is a staple of the whole universe, and they respected that, and I like that.
Oh, I'm afraid that I'm going to come back sad and disappointed.
Something will disappoint you, but
go take your last march.
Sit back, relax. And just because it's Disney doesn't mean there's going to be a post-credit scene, but still enjoy the credits one more time.
Viper, you're going to watch Breaking Bad?
Sure.
That you're lying. That's not a real answer.
Yes, I will watch Breaking Bad.
And then The Office.
Oh, man, I still feel bad that he agreed to Breaking Bad first.
No, he doesn't like comedy. We tailored it to him.
Responsibility.
I'll own it. I'll own it. If he doesn't like it, I'll own it. I'll own it.
I'm gonna be so sad if Viper doesn't like it. Like if he finishes the first season and isn't in love with Breaking Bad, I don't know. I'm gonna have to rethink our friendship.
Think about what his top 5 were. I think there's some similarities you can draw.
He's not gonna like it.
Oh, he's not gonna like it. Well, he liked Game of Thrones, and it wasn't just pure violence. So,
Yeah, that's right. He liked Breaking, or what's it called? The Thrones thing? Game of Thrones?
What's it called?
Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter.
Oh, so
Peter
sad that they
Dinklage.
ruined that show.
I know. If we just take it back to season 6 and pretend that's where to end it, then it's the best show
to top
ever.
it all off, D&D aren't working on Star Wars anymore. The thing that the thing that they rushed and ruined Game of Thrones for, they
got
aren't
fired.
even
Oh
doing.
my god!
So it means nothing. It was all
The
for
disrespect. The disrespect.
It was how ironic that they made a lot of the key points of the show mean nothing, and they ruined the show in a way that meant nothing because they're not doing Star Wars. So congratulations, D&D. And now they signed a $100 million deal with Netflix. So now Netflix is going to get that garbage.
Oh Lord!
So,
imagine if The Witcher wasn't out yet, and we found out the D&D were doing The Witcher. We'd all riot. Like, no, don't do it.
You'll do the Witcher, but you won't do Game of Thrones properly to conclude it. You son of a
Go away.
All that was for nothing. I season 6 is where it ends in my mind, and then I just kind of make it up in my head how it closes out.
The Night King is now he won. He killed everybody, and he's now the king. That would have been a much better ending.
For sure. I mean, yeah, just
Oh my god! I just got flashback. I remember how John's storyline ended, and I just want to kick a baby in the mouth.
Dude, it's one of the biggest misses, one of the biggest fails is Game of Thrones.
I just flash back to the compilations of like the actors, like when they're like, "What do you think about the last season?" And they're just like,
"You're in for a great time. It's gonna be so good." Yeah, they were. That's what Mark Hamill was warning with episode 8. He did the same, like, "Oh, don't expect it to be like read the body language of these actors," and you're like, "Shit, we're fucked."
Oh yeah, he was pissed about episode 8.
He did not like how that was handled.
I mean, the Game of Thrones actors cared so much about season 8 that they left a coffee cup on set and during filming. Come on out.
And a water bottle, like the next episode.
The water bottle while the council's meeting, right there.
They were mentally checked out. They were
care. This is the equivalent. Like, let's just do the sponsor ad. Let's get the paycheck. I'm over it. They don't care.
They don't care.
And handled with no respect, no tact, nothing. Just like, screw it. Coffee cup. Here you go. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I better go to the theater now.
Better go, man.
Go have fun, John. Let us know.
If you don't hear from me for a couple of days, you know what happened.
I'm gonna text you in 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours. I'm gonna shoot you a text. I'm like, all right. Do you see what I mean?
Dude,
you'll probably text me during the theater after the first 10 minutes. Dude, what the fuck?
I don't know if I told you about this bug. I have a bug with iOS right now.
Okay.
Where, as far as I know, it's only I'm only experiencing with Viper.
Okay.
So when Viper texts me, it comes in from a different number. It comes in from Swoop. You know who Swoop is?
I do know. Yeah, but
it comes in from her number. So it looks like she sent it, but it's definitely not how Swoop talks. It's talking like Viper. And I can never tell if she's texting me or if Viper's texting me. And then when I text it back, she gets it. Like, I'll get the text from Viper and I'll reply, and then she'll get it. And Viper, there was like a good month where every time she texted me, I was like, this does not sound like you. There was one time, and I would like, and it turns out, like, after a month of texting the wrong thing, I was like, oh my God. Because I think Viper asked me, I think I got a text from Swoop asking about a live stream. And I was like, what? You never live stream. We never talk about live stream. What are you talking about? And then, like, when I saw the Viper went live, I got a notification. I went, oh my God. And so I DM'd Viper and was like, have you not been getting my texts? Have you been texting me? And he's like, yes. I was like, oh my God, this has been happening. I sent him screenshots and I figured it all out. And I looked online, and there's this thing about like deleting the contact in your phone, turning off iMessage, like all these steps. And I did it, and it worked for a day. So I don't know. I've never experienced a bug like this before. And I don't understand. Like, there's no similarities between Viper's number and Swoop's. So I don't know how iOS is like screwing with me like this.
That is very weird. Which means I can never text them again.
Yeah, everything has to be done on
Twitter.
Twitter DM.
I have no idea what it is.
I haven't had that situation, but I'm not receiving people's texts.
By the way.
Huh?
That's a dangerous bug to have, by the way.
Yeah, very dangerous.
I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know, dude. That's too specific. I'm having iMessage issues as well, but not like that. I'm just not receiving people's messages. Somebody on Christmas texted me telling me they were telling our private group chat before it's public that they're having a baby, and I didn't get that text. All I got was like, "Oh, Merry Christmas, dude." So everyone's like responding, and I'm not, and they're like, "Man, fuck Randy. He's not even being, he's not even being a good friend." And then someone's like, "Yo, are you mad at this so and so? What was that about?" I'm like, "What?" And then he gives me a screenshot. I'm like, "I didn't get that." So
maybe Swoop's getting it.
Yeah, that would explain why when I texted you the other day, you didn't answer again. I'm like, okay.
Dude, yeah, just DM me and see, because this is not a cool thing. Like, I can't just accept this. I can't just be like, well, this is how it is. I guess we DM forever. Because I have to figure out what the problem is and how to fix it. Because if it's not, who knows? It might be happening with other people. I don't know.
Maybe.
I've never seen anything like this.
I say one third of our texting, John, is done with the voice thing.
Yeah.
It's easier just to say it out loud real quick. That's what. Yeah, like screw it. This motherfucker.
Okay, I'm gonna go get disappointed now for 2.5 hours.
It's not disappointing. It's just you asked about Snoke and you said you wanted the truth. That's the truth, and I didn't spoil what you find out. It's just that's the truth.
I just hope
Everything else is good.
I just hoped he was gonna be a really great villain.
You'll be fine. I am curious to get your thoughts after you see it, though. But you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll text you my thoughts, but Swoop will get it. So
Yeah, better not text me your thoughts. Better Twitter DM me or send out your tweet or whatever.
Something.
so sad. Okay, I'll let you know how it goes.
Have
Cool.
fun,
Have fun,
Sean.
man.
Okay, I'm gonna be listening to the stream while I drive there.
All righty.
Keep me entertained and make me think happy thoughts.
I will do what I can.
I'm gonna berate Viper for not watching Office.
Make him watch. I don't care what you have to do, but leave the stream with Viper agreeing to watch both.
There that TV. We're gonna put it on right here.
We're not there yet. He's very stubborn, so you gotta keep just keep poking him.
Listen, right now,
You gotta get through those abs to get to his heart. You know what I mean?
Randy has other things going on.
Isn't behind his heart's not behind his abs, but you got the metaphor.
Yeah, I got the metaphor.
Viper's heart is just really low, and that's why he likes shows like 24.
Don't
hate, man. Don't hate.
Hey, man. I mean, you are you a 24 fan or are you a Jack fan? Like, do you care about the fact that he came back in the reboot or?
Oh yeah, I love Jack Bauer. Jack Bauer's the dude.
But then just watch. You're gonna like Breaking Bad. You're gonna like Breaking Bad, and you're gonna like The Office, just because it's Steve Carell, yo. He's so good in everything he touches.
40-year-old virgin, man.
Evan Almighty, which we don't talk about, but hey,
I'm pretty sure The Office is what got Steve Carell his what started his big movie gigs.
For sure, yeah, because that came out
the gig in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Because Office came out before 40-Year-Old Virgin, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You could tell when he starts to get the implants in his hair because his fake hair.
Actually, it happened in reverse. That's a myth.
What?
They plucked his hairs to make him look like he was balding. Like if you go back and look at Steve Carell pictures from that time, his hairline was fine. They purposely did that to him in the show.
Oh my God. I hope the money was worth it.
Yeah. They tried to make him. Yeah. The first season, like you could tell he was on a different trajectory.
Yes. Yeah. I thought he actually was like, oh no, the hair is.
Yeah, they modeled it after the UK version where it was supposed to be like you weren't supposed to like Michael Scott, but then they changed it.
Yes, the UK one I saw a little bit of it. I did not like it the same. I was like, it's UK humor, and UK humor is way different than American humor.
Viper though, because half his favorite shows are from there.
It's a different dark.
Yeah, maybe we'll get Viper to watch the UK version and he'll be happy.
Hey, at this point, because the episode 1 pilot is scene for scene, shot for shot, exact same. Yeah. It's exactly if you like.
They have the 40-year-old version like poster in the office somewhere towards like midway through.
Yeah,
they were like shooting stuff at it. I forget what it was.
Yeah, the fourth wall break inside the fourth wall break. That's like 16 walls.
All the walls.
Y'all crazy.
All the walls.
I'm gonna be disappointed now. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
You're gonna like it. Okay, now that he's gone, let's talk about Star Wars. No, I'm just kidding. Dude, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like Breaking Bad. You got to give it an honest try.
I'll give it a go. I know it's a lot of people's best show, and like I've never seen it, so we'll see what happens. We shall see.
I saw that people were. I didn't want to talk too specific. I'm still not gonna, because I know maybe John's gonna be listening to this, so I'm nothing spoilers. But in the comments, don't read the comments, John. Don't read the comments because there might be some spoilers. I still stand by that the trilogy is the Pixel version of the films and stuff like that for sure. Everything's in response to something instead of just staying their own path. They just needed to just be like Samsung or be like Apple and just I don't care what you think about these movies. We're gonna do it this way. say that you did it your way. But so what's your favorite Star Wars movie then, Vype?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Episode 5.
Ugh.
Change my mind.
Wait, what?
Episode 5. Change my mind.
I don't know, dude. Probably one of the original. The prequel were okay. The new trilogy is probably like I don't know. Maybe Empire Strikes Back or maybe something like that. With the Return
Yeah.
I don't know. One of the original.
Empire is episode 5. It's the greatest Star Wars film that they ever did.
I'm all about Darth Vader. Like John keeps talking about Kylo Ren. I'm like, oops, please, Darth Vader is Darth Vader, man.
Well, he's good, but okay. I like Anakin's my favorite Jedi, and therefore I will give credit to Vader being Vader. But I like Vader so far theatrically is his most badass in Rogue One. He is just pushing people's shit in. He is wrecking house. He is killing.
He was only in Rogue One for like 20 seconds.
And he owned every minute of that screen slot. He was in there. He's choking out people. He's just obliterating the rebellion, just slashing them up. He is a boss. And he's like, yep, that's the Vader I want to like remember. With that being said, episode 4 Vader, he kind of snowed, kind of old. Episode 5 Vader, it's just, nothing memorable. Episode 6, he's doing pretty good shit with Luke, but Anakin, episode 3, best fight scene in Star Wars ever. That and Darth Maul, like those fight scenes were spot on. But Kylo Ren is so good because you can see him conflicted throughout the whole thing. He's so troubled. He's a whiny bitch. He's a badass at points. He's good and then he's bad and you don't know.
See, that's my problem though. I don't want to see my villain conflicted. I want to see them be straight up badass villains. I got time.
You
for
want
that
everything in black and white.
Yeah, the hell with the emotion. You're a villain. You're not supposed to have emotion like that. Just go do what you got to do.
Don't you care about backstory?
This is the whole 2019 thing where we have to humanize everybody. The hell with all that. Some people and some things don't need to be humanized. Just make them what they're supposed to be. We ain't got to humanize everything and every damn body. Come on, man.
Well, that's where you have, certain, again, no spoilers, but certain people aren't humanized in episode 9. You know what I mean? It's just, they're bad. But Kylo from the get-go, you could see that he's faking it. He's not really that evil. That's the problem. He's not the real villain of the story. And now we know that because of episode 9. Oh shit, don't listen to that, John. Oh fuck.
You foolish mortal. What are you stop talking, Randy back. Yeah, stop talking.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Listen, Kylo Ren is amazing. He's more relatable than any of the other villains. Darth Maul was just a badass. Palpatine is just, the master of it all. Count Dooku was weird. He was just there. Anakin, yeah. I think Anakin was the greatest story arc of it all, going into Vader. Because I agree with you, like Vader is a badass character. But I mean, I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know.
I think this will be a good place to end the stream. Thank you for all of you all that watched tonight, and for those who've been watching, for those of y'all that have been watching all year long. Appreciate you all rocking with me every Friday night. It's been a fun stream, but I think this is a good place to end it. For those of y'all that super chatted and brought me coffee, thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. I will be back sometime this weekend for my episode 8 Mandalorian recap stream, and yeah, we'll go from there. But thank you to Rand. What's that?
Hang on, before you roll, are you gonna go watch Breaking Bad in Office?
I will watch Breaking Bad at some point this weekend, but first I'm gonna finish up You season 2 since I'm already halfway through that. So.
Oh, you make me do. You promised, John.
Yes, I will watch Breaking Bad, just not right now.
Okay, all right. So just do me this. Let us know. Like, put in a tweet, whatever. Just let us know when you watch it, because I want your honest opinion after you watch it.
I will definitely be tweeting. You will know.
Okay.
You will know when it's happening.
And that with The Office as well. Give The Office a couple episodes.
Sure. Okay.
All right.
I will do that. But shout out to Randy and John for joining me tonight. Other than that, We're out of here, people. Happy yourselves a good weekend, and I will be back soon.
Not Merry. What am I saying? Happy New Year. Happy decade.
Yes, Happy New Year. Yeah. Although I'll be back before the end of the year. But yeah, if you guys don't tune in for the rest of the year, Happy New Year. But
All right.
this your boy Viper, the man about tech. And Randy Vasquez on the tunes over here, baby. You know where to find us. So come back for more. We out of here.